Hopefully good, hopefully good. Oh my good gracious. Hello and welcome. What does that mean? MJ, wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? Oh my god, yo, chicken pink, how do? Hoggers.
19 months?
19?
In this economy? Awful.
Oh
I've
my
been
god.
nice the last few subversaries. That ends
My
now
god.
until 5 months later when I hit the 2-year mark of being nothing but a personal nuisance.
Personal
Less than
nuisance. Hey, I take that as a compliment. My god. Yo, Edward, thank you so much for 19 months sub. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to like refigure out these sub badges. Oh my good gracious. Yo, Grand Aldo. Nap's gonna be running a D. Well, actually, I probably will end up talking about that. I am working on something, but that's besides the point. Yo, hey, yo, Angry Canadian, dude, what's up, man? Long time no see. Aldo. Hope you've been well. Hope it's been very misty for you, or well, safely misty. Not in the way that like I hope you've had trouble driving. More in the way of like, oh gee whiz. I do hope I'm getting farther away from the mic. I do hope that you I forgot to shut my door, so I'm sure my roommate's so thrilled that just all throughout the apartment they just heard like, oh my god. Good googly boogly. Good googly boogly. But no, I do hope you're well. I hope you've been well. Oh my good gracious. Gred, hello. Nappy, my beloved. My god. Yo, KTV. I'll do. Hey, Loki. You're looking at this gabagool. Hey, come on. Forget about it. Oh my good gracious. The Return of Ancient Worlds is this game of the description. What do you mean? Because that's the only one I can see. You're fine. That I failed back, fall back into the heck that is Tarkov. Not Tarkov. Oh god, but it's so much fun. Oh my god, not Tarkov, my guy. Please, that is a road to like losing life and limb. I swear to God. Oh my god. I mean, better man than I. Truly. Oh my good gracious. Yo, hello there. Nap's roommate doing a mental math, trying to figure out why Nap is so aggressively unsteady. What do you mean? Also, yo, Mellow, I hope you're doing well. I hope nobody has stolen your blood as of late. Or unless they needed to, in which case probably it's a good thing. Yo, playing RuneScape? No, I've never played RuneScape. I've literally never played it. Also, in the 48-hour period of the last weekend, there were 23 of them. Good God! I'm sorry, what? My guy, unionize or something, please. I'm begging you. Oh my lord. Let me speak of games. Snap has no knowledge. No knowledge. I could know about it. I just don't play it. All right. Listen, I could totally have played it. Whatever. When did that game even come out? I'm looking at the tag. It says playing Minecraft. Well, doesn't it always? What are we doing today? Oh, well, first and foremost, we're saying hello to Caleb. Bonjour, Caleb. Oh my God. I hope you're doing well. Tell you, but I got back from the doctor. You will never believe what happened. Jeez, no way. They did it again. Really? But no, we're playing Minecraft. Jason. There was literally no way to. I was like, how can I work? I try to work the tag in sometimes. How am I meant to, like, what was I meant to bring up? The Argonauts? In what world was I actually going to be able to bring that up? Oh my God. Like, none. Like, literally none. Oh, I don't even have my lights on. Oh my God. Also, it's 10, like, a.m. for you, KTV? Good Lord. I'm in Hotel California. My God. Dwarf Fortress, for example, was originally made in, that's a type of berry. That's like you go to whatchamacallit, I don't know, like Orange Julius. Like, hey, can I get a wild berry with acai or acai or however it's meant to be pronounced? I never learned. I worked there and I never learned. Why are the lore shaders? These aren't lore shaders. This is just life, you know. This is just how it be, you know. Oh man, I can't see the thing that says he's playing Minecraft. All I see is a stream Well, it is Minecraft, my guys. It is Minecraft. I need to vet the fact that my player may face a god. I'm sorry. What? Excuse me, what? Nap, I'm scared. Oh, don't be scared. I'm sure it'll be fine, dude. I'm sure it'll be fine. Last YouTube video was awesome. Hey, I'm glad to hear that, Logan. It was a lot of fun to do. It was a lot of fun to do. And there's another one coming out this week. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, as for the return of an old world, well, we're back in Ascendcraft. Ladies and gentlemen, the return of the Mac. Get it? What it is, what it is, what it isn't. I don't actually know how to I don't know how Macklemore said it. I forget, to be quite honest. But he said something at one point. I know he did. Oh my good grip. That's ominous. That's very ominous, actually. Oh my good gracious. Is art made of letters and symbols? Sounds fake. Ascendcraft isn't real. It kind of is. Oh my god, we're poor. We're so poor. Oh no. Oh my good gracious. That's Phil's Atlantis. Yes, it is. It is indeed. That's the background for my Minecraft launcher. You know, cause why not? Why not? Cause I use my. I didn't even turn down. I didn't even turn down the music properly. But no, I use my homeboy's friggin' I call him home. He doesn't know I exist. No, I use Phil's and Minecraft's. It's technically a texture pack, but it really doesn't change much. It's like a few little details, and it helps Minecraft run a little smoother. That's all. But yeah, we are back. I technically, as you can kind of see, completed the top of this island and was just doing some detailing work in like October. And never logged on again. There's like a whole half a YouTube video of content, or 2 YouTube videos of content, like developed and just never edited, never like made, and oh my god. So anyway, we're back because old Sammy boy came a calling in a Discord and absolutely threatened to just belt us. He threatened to it was horrible. He threatened to use two sink handles and to mollywop us and bring us to behind Tesco, and I don't know what all that means, but it's concerning. I'll tell you that much. You can customize that. Oh yeah, the background, like the background splash. Yeah, if you have see here, one second. I can probably just show you resource packs. Yeah, I just use the official Filza resource pack. So it's just like a resource pack. And yeah, it can skin things like that. It changes like when my things boots up, like Mojang is a little different, and it changes to like details and like it's very minimal changes. Like glass is a lot better and stuff like that. Cause I mean I like Minecraft space look. I don't really need it to be all that different. As what I figured today would be, there's only so many things you could return to heading back to SMP, build a mansion before hardcore or new dips. Build a bitch before. The RSMP. Oh my god, MJ, that is a deep cut. That was May of 2021. Oh my god. I think only you, Canadian, I think, was there briefly. And then I think Table was there. Gombar maybe. Because it was before it was before Pink or Edward or any of them. Because like it was, because they came along when the hardcore world came to me. One of my players is the daughter of the devil, but she fled, but she gave the real name to everyone she met, which doesn't help when you want to be a fugitive. Yeah, not the best choice, I'll be honest. Yo, Dragon Court, dude, what's up, man? Only here for a minute, wanted to say hi. Hope stream goes well. Well, hello. Oh my good gracious. Whole plan for a performer's wagon in our play, and the whole plan is grandiose, so I cut it down to 2 sheets of plywood, get painted to look like a stage. And that's pretty solid though. That's pretty solid. I vaguely remember a different SMP. Well, I've been on a few. I've been on the RSMP, which was the like earliest footage you could find of me. I think there's only like 2 TikToks with it, or no, 3 maybe. There's the very early TikToks of my own. Don't go looking for them. They don't exist. I've deleted them. There would be because that was back when I was playing with like Night Stingray and stuff like that. Yeah, there was the RSMP, then there was New Depths. That was a big one. There was one that I kind of joined but never actually streamed because Weird known fact, chatters. Apparently, a lot of Minecraft creators can't get along, and in a Discord will fall apart. Who knows? Which, I mean, I don't know. I'm proud of you guys. I've never had our Discord's never truly fallen apart. I mean, other than that one time you all changed your name to Napoleon, that was a little odd. But but overall, we've mostly not had any drama, which is you know, big ups for us, chat. I don't know how many other Discords you've been a part of for Minecraft streamers. They seem to go sideways fast. Oh my god. Clearly, there's no but blocking. Well, clearly, I proceed to rage quit as Nap how to make pancakes. Oh my god. I think I responded like hours later too. Doobie took up for almost 8 minutes. Oh my god. Not an 8-minute queue. RSP sounds like you should say Titanic after it. Oh my god. I fight everyone on Discord, you just don't see it. Oh my good lord. Who would do that? Yeah, Caleb, who? I have vague memories of RSP talking about books and stuff. Also, being a Christian might be like half a year ago. And I don't think anything was cringe. I mean, personally, but I don't know. That's just me. I thought RSP was fun. It was a fun time. It kind of imploded as a server. They wanted to reset, and I personally didn't really want to keep playing if they were gonna reset, because you know I put like months into that world, and like nobody like by the time they wanted to reset though, everyone else had already stopped playing, and I was mostly like the only one still playing. And then like 1.17 came out, but I was like 1.17 is not actually changing much. We could just like not change the whole world for 1.17. But you know, they wanted to, so they love it. Happens. It happens. Yo, better get out now. Oh my good gracious. Oh my good gracious. Many things have changed since May of 2021. You're right. I lost both my legs. No, I won't clarify. But maybe it was a D&D character I'm talking about. Oh my god. Finally, let's go Canadian! Titanic SMP next. I'm forcing everyone in Edwardian characters. It's the... Wait, what? Wouldn't the Titanic be... It's 1912. Is that... Isn't that not Edwardian? Isn't that like post-Edwardian? I feel like it is. I could be wrong. I could be an idiot right now, but I feel like it is. I don't read much about anything in the 20th century, to be honest. It doesn't interest me. I mean, I have to know stuff about world wars occasionally and like some political stuff that occurred, but otherwise, older history is more interesting to me. Server resets make me cry. Our server has been dead for a minute and they're all talking resets to bring people back, and I don't want to lose my progress. Yeah. Rip Nap's legs. Oh my god. I don't even know when 2021 was. 2 years ago. Now, officially. It will never get the calf reveal. L. Never gonna get to see my just absolutely humongo tree trunk calves. Oh my god. Anyway, so what we're gonna be doing today, we gotta be transporting some stuff first and foremost. So I'm gonna build a boat, and then we're gonna take that all the way back. We're gonna take that all the way back to where the original base area was, because well, I need to get some stuff from there. I need to transport it over to here. You see? And then we're gonna probably just build a dirt bridge over to there for now, just because like we're gonna move all of this stuff up to top eventually, because I want to start working on top of it. No, I need that. That's my weapon. It's my main weapon. Also in this world, my main weapon's a trident. Who knew? I know, right? Crazy. Who would have thunk? Not me. But we're back to being poor, chatters. We're back to being poor. Oh my god, the way I took my legs, oh my god. Technically 1901 to 1910, but the fashions and styles went right up to World War I. Well, yeah, for lamos. Lamos not on the trends like me. I was all about the new age, you know? I didn't stick around. I instantly started going. He eats oats only. I mean, steel cut oats are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good way to start a day, man. You just wake up at like some ungodly hour, like 4 something in the morning. You go to a gym. You hang out for a bit. You pick it up. You put it down, and then you just vibe out for a little bit, and one thing leads to another, and you eat some steel cut oats. Bada bing. I'm proud of you collecting dirt. Thank you. Yes. All myself. All me. Yes. All me. I'm not Percy Jackson LARPing. I hate it here. I hate this game. Oh my god. Oh no, are you dead already? No, please. Please, you didn't wait for 9 minutes and just die, did you? No, come back, please. Boaty McBoatface, I need you. Can you? There we go. Got it 12, Jackson, my boy. And Naps, how good's your PvP? Pretty decent. Not like amazing, but you know, I've won like Bed Wars like a couple times solo. Not gonna brag, you know. So you know, like not crazy, but like I'm not terrible. It's not my like main skill, I don't think. Not personally, at least. I don't know what my main skill is, to be honest. I kind of just have always existed on Minecraft servers. The hardcore world's the first time I've ever really been like building things. You know? Was alive for not even 5 minutes after a 10-minute queue. No! Oh my god, that's a rip. Oh, sweet Jesus. I have borne witness to that many a time. Gotta snooze. Oh yeah, my cat's over here too. With the sword, oh my god, no! I don't wanna! I know, right? Hello? Have you missed me? Last I saw you was October. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I hope you've been alright. Yeah. Oh, the crops have grown. That's good. The crops have grown since. That's benefit. Oh, KFC coins. Let's go. This is so good in Poggers, you know? This is everything I needed it to be. This is everything we needed, chatters. Everything we possibly could have needed. And what else? I mean, we'll take it all as much as we can, kind of thing. I think we can fit everything. It's just, what's worth taking. Need this one, but like 1.2% chance of spawning. Ooh, slowly killing me, but in a good way. Huh? Who's Bob and Lace? Last I don't know who that is. Last you saw that cat, I was still applying for. Oh my god. Didn't KFC mint coins? Not KF coins. It's KF. It's not KFC coins. It's KF coins. I mean, okay, Oliver can call it that all he wants, but I refuse. The delusions. Oh my god, I'm not gonna go full preacher. I digress. Oh, can you imagine? It'd be wild. I feel I would make just such a great preacher, you know? People, they really get behind me, I'm sure. I'm positive about it, you know? I got a real positive attitude about it. Have you seen Puss in Boots? I have not, but I really want to. I've seen clips. I have not been able to actually get the time to go see it. It is a travesty. I am crying myself to sleep every night about it. Won't lie. New Year, same me. My god, what a king. He knows what he's about. He knows what he does. I don't really need the seeds. You could go there. No, I don't really need the seeds. I don't really. Okay, we'll take this much over for now. Oh yeah, all that stuff. I'll be back for you, little kitty. It's snowing! Oh, sweet Jesus. Not snow. Horrible stuff. But no, I really want to see it because it seems like some real good DreamWorks work. I'm so glad it crossed the centenary mark too. Like recently at the box office, it was able to cross the centenary because they kind of, I mean, Universal's been really hitting that 17-day window a lot. So for those who don't know, Universal for the most part has been hitting a 17-day window and jettisoning everything to like digital on demand. But like, well, at the very least though, it's like 25 to 30 bucks, I think, to get it. Or I think it's only 20 to rent, but yeah, 25 to buy, 20 to rent if you're trying to rent it currently, Puss in Boots, like digitally. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those, the industry's changing a lot in that way. It's been interesting to watch as the like pandemic and stuff shifted how things work. And we're like, yo, nobody's new year, new mental issues. Ding! Oh my good gracious. Chatters! Come on! We're a Minecraft stream, chat. That means everybody's mentally well. Can I do... Gemini, he seems cool. I've never actually gotten a chance to really like talk with him. But he seems really cool. I've like checked out his stream a few times. He's a chill dude. He's a pretty chill dude. I think he's a big Doctor Who guy actually. Which, I mean, I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing. I don't know what that's meant to tell me about him, but like, I'm pretty sure it's true. Bap, 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 bap. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. KF coins there. Yes. Emeralds. We need more wood to make more chests. That is what we need right now. We need some wood. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna make a bunch of chests. I should not make them down here. I should make them up top where I intend to build anyway. Raid time. What? Raid Shadow Legends? Oh my god, guys, did you know? I'm just kidding. They don't pay me. I'm not gonna promote them. If they paid me, oh my good gracious. Bow, bow. Oh man. LG is a man of culture, I suppose. I mean, I fell off of that show. I watched it when I was younger, but I fell off. Couldn't stand Stephen Moffat's writing. You have a 94% chat, which means we're all hyper aware of how unwell we are. I thought, isn't it? I mean, is that a bad joke? Maybe. I was gonna say, never mind. I take it back. Yeah. 1, 2. Wait. I was just, it's not the word. It's okay. Listen, listen. Listen, I was gonna say, the term used to be, like the term, like gay used to mean happy. It used to be like, you know, you'd have a gay old time. So it's a little ironic if your point is that, oh, we're all like part of the LGBTQ IA plus, and yet we're not happy. Anyway, I digress. It falls flat. I digress. I digress. What does it mean? Oh yeah, my first pickaxe. I don't want to lose that. That's the tamest joke I've ever heard. I don't want anybody's feelings to be hurt. I don't know, man. I don't want anybody to feel like not good. That's why I try to keep things, for the most part, pretty lighthearted, minus the fact that I will harp on the fact that literally any shareholder or capitalist can absolutely eat dirt. But, you know, that's like a side thing. That's not really anti-anybody who I care about the opinion of. So, you know, Oh, shareholders are the bloodsuckers of society. Let's go! Many of us are queer now, so weird, odd, peculiar. Ah, fair enough. That is the most offensive joke I've ever heard. It's on Twitter. No, I can't be canceled. Not on Twitter.com. They're vicious over there. They're so mean. Joke in 2023. What? He says this as he streams on Amazon. I mean, I stream on Twitch, a subsidiary of Amazon. Speaking of Amazon, though, if you are anti-Amazon, like, you know, myself, you too could take money from their pockets directly. You know how? Through Twitch Prime. You can use an absolutely free Twitch Prime if you already have an Amazon Prime account to sub to me for absolutely free. It's a 1 month and done thing, and then it doesn't keep you subbed or anything like that. You have to choose to sub each month. But if you wish to, you could use your Twitch Prime on me or on any streamer that you so choose. But I highly recommend you use it, because otherwise most people lose about 8 cents every month just thrown away from the fact that they don't get that use out of that portion of their of their Amazon account. So I highly recommend it. I'm pretty pog, you know, and this has been shameless self-promotion. Oh, also, speaking of, it would commit to, actually, what is the sub goal right now? Oh, the sub goal for this month, which will change pretty soon, is, I'll play a horror game, and not just a light horror game, like, Little Nightmares, but, I was recommended a game about trains, which was brought up on a previous stream, and then I looked into more. It's something Charlie, Choo Choo Charlie, I think is what it's called. I think Chicken brought it up, but yeah! So if you wish to see me fight a train, bada bing, I would use Prime on you, but not get this emote. So true, King. True, true, Charles. I thought it was Charlie. My mistake. Oh man, I've been so happy. So my wait, no, that would sound bad. I was gonna say I've been so happy because my roommate's been out more. But not because like I dislike them, but more just because like I've been excited at the fact that I've actually been able to get to play like my trumpet a bit more. Like I own a trumpet and I just don't get to use it a lot because it's pretty loud. It's a loud instrument, you know. Yo, nobody's phone. Thank you so much for the gifted, dude. God bless. Oh my good gracious. Thank you kindly. I need that. Man said horror. Give it. Oh my god, I don't know why I'm so like lovely and nice and pog. Why are you all so intent on seeing me cry? Like why do you wish for me to just absolutely well, I mean I'd never pee myself. That would be I'm not that bad, you know. I'm fine, you know, for the most part. I'm fine, you know, it's fine. But good lord. Modern horror games with names like that make my brain melt. Scary multicolored shape chases you. Is that what it is? I genuinely don't know anything about it. I was at one point thinking Poppy Playtime, but I just don't like the creators very much. That I don't know what happened. Something with NFTs, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to get into that mess. So I decided not to go with them as like an option. So they're off the list at this point. There's like a list. There's a randomizing list of currently, I think it's like 13 or maybe 14 games listed that you guys have at different times have suggested. For like different horror games and stuff like that. I have a list for horror games and then I have a list for base games because 1 versus 1 is what like each of those tend to show up on different sub goals, and yeah. Yo, totally human. Sweet Jesus. Oh God, holy Jesus. 15. Thank you so much for 15 gifted. My guy. Oh my lord. Good googledy moogledy, man. You guys have until the end of the month, you know? Don't gotta go that hard. Good lord, thank you so much, dude. Oh my god, I don't know what Charles is, but obviously a meme on Thomas Plus looks like Poppy Playtime in the like. Oh yeah, it does. I think it does look kind of like in the style. Thank you so much, Totally Human. My god, my man's out here. I was gonna make a copy pasta joke, but then I realized that would just be enablement. And we can't have that. And we can't have that, you know? I don't I just go, oh yo, killer, thank you so much for 5 gifted. Jesus, gravity. Oh my lord. Thank you as well for 5 gifted. I think that makes it a hype train. My God, guys. My man's out here. Holy sweet cannoli. You guys are wild. You know that? Ayo. Anonymous, thank you so much for 5 gifted as well. Oh, why are you anonymously gifted? Name yourself. Stand before me and bear your name. You guys can calm down. That is true. We are just starting the stream. We are 36 minutes in. We don't need to pop off that quickly, you know? I mean, I really appreciate it, but good Lord. Thank you so much, you guys. Genuinely, it means a lot. The support means nobody's full. Thank you so much for another gift. I can't even give my thanks. Oh, not the copy passed up. My God. Can't even get a friggin'. That's enough slicing. Oh my God. New pie. Ah, nice. All right, that's enough slicing. Okay, that's enough slicing. That's enough. Oh my sweet Jesus. You lot are you know what? You're a tad crazy. You know that? Like in a nice way. Like I love yous, but jeez. Stealing humans' thunder. Oh. I would never imagine stealing thunder. I mean, thunder's a totally different chatter and tie, you know? I will eat your hard drive. Wait, no, please, you can't do that. You're not allowed to eat my hard drive. It's important. If you eat the hard drive, there's no more hardcore world, you know? Pretty important. What are you gonna summon, LB? Who am I? I'm Napoleon the 7th. Most people call me Nap. I stream Minecraft. I'm just a little guy, and Chatter's probably just gifted you a sub. There is currently a hype train going on. I believe that there's been a number of gifted subs. As for helping you, well, whatever with, my good man. Whatever with. Bow. I'm not little. Oh my God. Oh my sweet Jesus. It's an audio that sticks in my head. I'm not 13. That's a lie. I can't have anything nice in this world. You know that? I can't have anything in this world ever. Instantly, I'm obliterated. I am Corpse Husband. That one is true. I've said it before. That's been something I've quoted before. It's a quote. It's a quote. Oh my God. Want to explain something? Twitch in its allocation of subs tends to, normally it goes through people who are actually following first, but it can occasionally go out to people just kind of at random in Twitch. It's a little more rare, but it's not impossible. You might have been here before and not remembered that you were here before, or you were part of a group that got raided onto this channel, not realizing that it raided. Those are probably the 2 most likely options, but who knows? Yo, I'll do. You're not allowed to be a corpse husband. I have 2 very, very different views. Well, L plus ratio, because I am. Little known fact. You know? E-girls ruined my life too, guys. Idle. Oh, that joke doesn't make sense. Yo, Caleb! Good Lord, man! Thank you so much for 10 gifted as well, guys. It's enough slicing. It's. We aren't even an hour into the stream. We do not need to go that crazy. Yo, 55 too. Thank you so much for the follow, man. Good Lord, thank you so much for. That's so weird. Follow, post, sub is a little odd, but thank you so much. Oh my God, Caleb, thank you so much. Petite ami, is that what it is, my friend? Petite ami, or maybe that means something wrong. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much, dude. I guess I'm staying now. Let's go. One of us. He's fun to bother. Don't encourage people to bother me. That's wrong. That's bullying. You can't tell. I mean, no, not little man, petite me. Like, oh my good gracious. You know what? God, this is the worst day of my life. Number could go down between now and Friday. It won't give us some. Well, I mean, they won't though. That's unreasonable. One of us, you say? Yes. Oh my God. Oh, I'm gonna be a boyfriend. What? No, wait. Oh, see, I knew I messed it up. I I I knew I messed it up. It's not what I meant at all. Oh my good gracious. American Southern, yeah, well, sure, why not? I suppose I can manage that for at least a little while. Well, the next 5 minutes at the very least. Oh my god, and hydrate too. Chicken, why? Oh, I didn't even put up the little slurpy guy, the little slurp guy. Oh my good god. These islands look like cakes. Oh my god, I would love to eat them all right now. Well, it is clay. It is hardened clay, so you might find that to be a bit distasteful. Not in the way that it would be impolite, but rather it would just not taste very good. My god, what? Okay, well, we're back with the hydrates. I didn't even know that guy was on here. Ugh. Sweet Jesus. Why? Why is the ultimate pool? Pool? Pool what? What am I pooling? Pooling my money together? Absolutely rocking up on some food. Oh man, actually, real talk. Did any of you guys ever do that? Any of you guys ever decide to, like, I don't know, pool your money with your friends to, like, go like buy a bunch of stuff from like I don't know, like a cheap like dollar store or something like that, where you just like get a bunch of, for like a better word, bric-a-brac and bubble gum, like some sort of 1942 child, and where you would then just like run amok with it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. You know what? Actually, speaking of things from them good old days of being a child or whatnot, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, cause like. There was talk about whether or not there was going to be, like, you know, bad weather or whatever coming our way. And when we were talking about it, I don't know if any of you had this experience, and yo, nobody's fool. Thanks so much for another gift. This sounds so weird to thank you in a southern voice. Anyone sleep with Jesus instead? Oh my god.
You're not hydrated enough unless
you've been waterboarded. Oh my sweet Jesus. Oh my god. Bug you. Oh my sweet good lord. But no, what was I even saying? Something. Oh yeah, when I was a kid, I used to, like, you know, you wouldn't watch the weather. Like, a child wasn't like, yes, pull out a newspaper, fold it open and be like, yes, how's the weather gonna come? Oh my sweet Jesus.
No excuses.
Yo, Caleb, thank you so much for another 5 gifted. My god, man. Thank you so much for 15 gifted, dude. Oh my sweet lord. Calm down. It's enough slices. My god. Oh my god. Also, what is it? I thought I'm confused now, by the way. What's petite mean? Because I thought maybe it meant that, but then I guess it does mean boyfriend. I didn't mean it that way. Then my mistake. I apologize. Oh my god. Can't use better Twitch emotes than just memorize how to spell it? You don't have the extension? I mean, in fairness, I don't think I have PogU enabled, because I only have a couple enabled. I think I have PopCat, KeckW, couple of like that. Oh my god, Gumbar was getting close. Oh my god, Caleb's like, I cannot lose this spot. Just there, ready for the wombo combo. My god. Mid-month before your inconsistency come back to get you. Oh my god. What do you mean I've changed the goal mid-month? I have not. Yo, it's been a while. Sorry, it's been so long. I was dealing with family stuff. No, dude, no worries, man. No worries. Happy to have you. Hope you're doing well. I hope whatever the family stuff went well, and also I hope you had a mighty fine time in them exams. Well, I kind of thought I was gonna die there. I was a bit more excited because I was gonna spawn right there, and I can die in this version. So I was kind of excited, and now I'm a little sad I didn't die. I'm not gonna lie. I even set it up comedically. I looked at camera and went, well, but it didn't even work out, man. That's wrong. That's wrong. Oh, my sweet jeez. What ancient world? Yo, the ancient, wait, don't explain, yet I have an ad. Sure thing, sure thing. I do need new pants now. New pants are a must. I don't have any of my iron here. So we're just gonna have to take all this and absolutely book it. I know I'm using a pick to break chests. I really shouldn't. Oh my god. No, that's not what I meant. You know what I meant. I meant I normally am not allowed to. I barely die in any, like in Minecraft, I rarely ever die. I think like I've never died on this world, or maybe one. Yeah, no, I still got a 0. I've never actually died. But back, yo. Well, the ancient worlds we're discovering is this world here. It's called Ascendcraft. It is a I'm sorry, I am an accent redemption was redeemed. And, Jesus Christ, Caleb! My God! Oh my sweet Lord, my mans! You did not have that. Thank you so much for another 10 gifted. Good googledy boogledy. Oh my god, horror. What do you mean? We still got. Oh, the bar's on the flip. Oh, well. Technically, the bar's not correct, if that makes sense. Which sounds BS, I know. But, like, listen, I have a live updater and then I have the bar, which breaks sometimes. It's technically 9 away. It's 151. But I digress. I can prove it if I need to. I can take a screenshot of it. But oh, sweet Jesus!
Chuga 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 choo choo. Here comes choo choo Charles.
You know what? Valid. Never mind. I take it back. We're going with it. We're gonna do it because oh my god. You know what? We just will. The bar broke and that's on me. The bar broke and that's on me. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, sure. We can have choo choo Charles. By the game. Oh my sweet Jesus. So anyway, the new one. Why choo choo choo? Why is that what why did I even tell you what game it was gonna be? This is the worst. I mean, on the one hand, thank you, but on the other hand, sweet Jesus. I don't know which one of these is broken at this point. I'm gonna go with the actual I'm gonna go with the Twitch one's broken. And I'm gonna go with the bar and say, yeah, you nailed it. Good Lord, Chad. You didn't have to. Is it not? No, it absolutely is. I'm just. Don't worry about it. It's a success. We're calling it a success. My God, Chad. You didn't need to go that. You're at a level 9. How much do you need? No, it's fine. It's fine. No, the different. Okay, 1 second. Here, like, the difference is, how do I, bring up the snare. The difference is I realized what went wrong, and don't worry about it. All right. The difference is because subs technically, like, the bar doesn't recognize when subs go down, and so it's funny that you guys earlier were like, "Hey, yo, like, what if a bunch of people unsub?" Because yeah, it's near in the middle of the month. And in the middle of the month is when nap week was last month. So what's happening is that it's constantly going down as you guys are trying to pump it up, or not constantly, but it's like it went down to like 150. Hello, my boat! Leave my boat alone! I forgot things can happen in this game. I forgot things can happen while I'm tapped out. So anyway, no, it's at like 151 instead. But anyway, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's like 141 versus 151, which it is on the screen. Anyway. Don't worry. My point is, don't worry about it, because the screen's like. Anyway, I digress. Suggestions for your run. I actually got a resource pack on right now. I have the Fields of Minecraft one on. Because personally, I quite like the look of base Minecraft. I'm a fan of it, and I like just the little tweaks. But yeah, no, what I was gonna say though earlier, by the way, when you first joined, was yeah, so this is Ascendcraft, which is an SMP that I got invited onto forever ago, and I kind of forgot about. I built this island in the ocean, or like started it mostly. It still needs some prettying up, and then just forgot to come on since October. And so then the guy who owns the server like messaged the Discord and was like, guys, are you going on or no? And we were like, oh yeah, that. So so I thought it'd be fun for a stream to kind of like, you know, return to that, you know? I thought that'd be like a fun thing. Good lord, chatters, you guys are nutty though, you know that? My good gracious. But yeah, so I'm kind of setting up a base camp now because I'm gonna go build over to there, and then we're gonna pretty it up a little bit more, and then on top of that's where I'm gonna build my base, you know? Those can go there. And oh my good god. My god, chatters! Thank you so much for a level 9 hype trait. You guys are genuinely crazy. My god. Wait, yeah, it wasn't even to 100 this. Oh my sweet Jesus. It was like 90 something at the start of stream. Why? Oh my god, it's horror. It's always horror. I promise horror, and then boom, instantly, let's watch him cry. Oh my god, I can't wait till the stream shows up and it's just chugga 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 chugga. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thanks for the gift. Oh my good gracious. Canadian, I hope you're having good luck with Tarkov. My god, it's a wild night tonight. That's all I know. What's in here? More wood. All right, so we're gonna make a wood chest. Not that one. This one. We're gonna do wood here. And move that up there like that. Yeah, perfect. And then we're gonna move that there, and then that there. Mangrove. I don't have any actual. I only brought the saplings, and I don't have any actual acacia saplings. Really? I thought I would have. I really thought I had acacia. Oh, maybe it's down there. Oh, chill. Oh my god. Oh my god, can you imagine? Yeah, honestly, that is what I should do. No, the way that actually, I don't know if I've ever truly explained it. So the way that sub goals tend to work here is I've decided in kind of tiers of 3, or 3 tiers of it basically. I don't know where to go beyond horror, which I guess would be whatever the next one will be, because I don't know what to do with that. I imagine it'll go back down eventually, but yeah, so like normally like 50 is just like, you know, chat choice game. Then 100 is usually some form of IRL content, and then 150 is usually horror. But then at the end of nap week last time, it was kind of close, so I just kind of left it there because I kind of promised horror during nap week would stay the sub goal through January. So yeah. Before Gombar could reach me, my god, Caleb's stemming the tide. My man's out here wild. Dude's like, I've defeated him once and I can do it again. Oh my good god. Go calm, bro. Won't be able to watch the stream? What do you mean? Oh, I didn't say it necessarily has to happen this Friday. I haven't set a date for it, my guys. I just know that I now have to do it. Oh, I gotta just move all this up there anyway. Time to sleep. Oh Oh my god. I don't know why there's an expectation of me to cry. I won't. I'm very brave. How dare you, first and foremost. I am incredibly brave. You don't even know. You don't even know. I've never been scared in my life. In my life. Shatters. Bap, 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 bap. Pants. I'm like the hit character. I was gonna say played by Emma Stone. It's not Emma Stone. Emily Blunt. I'm like Emily Blunt's character from famed Dwayne The Rock movie where he plays the same character for the 90th time. A Jungle Cruise, who is known by the nickname Pants. Why? I don't know. I don't like that movie. I think it's bad, but whatever. I think it's a pretty bad movie. I think it's really not good, but whatever. I'm also just not a huge fan of, like, you know, The Rock's, like, whole thing. But that's whatever. I mean, lots of people like him, and that's good. Taking stock images of street magicians off Google, submitted it for a grade. Excuse me, or what? I'm gonna say Mary Poppins. I mean, she was in Mary Poppins, but... Well, the second one, but yeah. Totally human. Well, good news then, my guy. There is a VODs channel. Oh my god. Somebody promote the VODs channel. Quick. Quick. We're losing precious engagement time. Oh my god. Oh. I almost feel bad for stealing that guy's stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Angry. I totally missed those. One second. I'm going back. Because I just got out of a raid. Holy heck. That was nuts. 2 bad raids and I 3 scabs and ooh, was loaded. Yoinked all his stuff. My god. My god, you're a fiend, my friend. You're a fiend. You know what's wild, by the way, that I heard today? So, for like, do you guys know? Like, you guys know how like Miley Cyrus put out like a new song? Like she like released like a new song or whatever like the other day. I think like last week or maybe earlier this weekend or something like that. But anyway, she put out like a new song. It's pretty good. I like it. It's got like a real like 70s kind of like classic style to it. It's got like I don't know. It's got like yeah, flowers. It's got a real like kind of like 70s fusions feel to it almost. Like not quite disco or anything like that, but very like 70s club. Kind of got that classic feel to it, you know? It's got a really good rhythm to it, but what's very interesting is because it uses all the same key change chord progression and a lot of the same like licks as When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars, and it's like a response to Bruno Mars, I Should Have Brought You Flowers. Yeah, well, and that's because well, it's not like a response to Bruno himself, but apparently like she asked Bruno like apparently to do it. She was like, yeah, like because she'd have to because of how similar the songs are in that way. I think hers is in the major key or whatever, but her former husband, I forget his name off the top of my head, apparently like dedicated that song to her or something. And she's like, you know what, here's my, and I think, you know what, I don't know if I've ever seen something so petty in my life, in like the best way, you know what I mean? Like I was like, my god, pop off, king. Apparently, Liam Hemsworth at their wedding apparently like played When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars, which is like the which is why it's a call and response of so many different things. It's like they're like I should have bought you flowers, and her things like I can buy my own flowers. I should held your hand. I can hold my own hand. Giving you all my hours, and then she's like, I'll fill my own hours, and yada yada, and like the whole thing's a very call and response to it. Like, I should have taken you dancing, and then she says like, I can dance on my own, and all this other thing. So it's like this really interesting, like, I don't know, I can't think of another time like the two pop songs that like aren't truly related, because like Bruno Mars isn't the person who like wronged her in this way. This is too much knowledge I don't have. But my point is, it's like it's interesting to me that like she's enveloping this song that was, it's this weird meta thing to it that I love how like intricate it is. What a weird song to get it. Yeah, at your wedding? It's a song about like being remorseful that you didn't do enough in like a relationship. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna dedicate that at the wedding. Excuse me? Excuse me, what does that mean? Why? But anyway, I digress. Like, it's not like an important fact or anything like that. It's just I saw that like this weekend in some like I don't know. I feel like maybe I was in like a bodega or something like that. No, I think I was in like 7-Eleven. Yeah, I think I was in like 7-Eleven and I heard that like as a tidbit on the radio or whatever. I was like, oh, cool. And that's when, for once in my life, I was like, my God, isn't radio interesting? You know? Otherwise, I've genuinely never felt the need to listen to radio in my life. But you know, oh my God. You know, it's genuine. I think I harmed a person the other day by informing them that like they were talking about like I forget what I said, but I remember it was they were kind of talking to me or whatever. They're like an older student, which is fine, by the way. But like, to be clear, like that's totally fine. I have nothing against that. But they were like rattling off or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I think it's like a mixtape or something like that. And I was referring to like a playlist that like a guy made for somebody, basically, like you know, same deal. I was like, you know, it's like a mixtape or whatever. And this guy got like really uppity or whatever, because I don't know, he's like, I think probably Gen X or something like that, and he was just like, huh, you nap, you don't understand real mixtapes. And I was like, what? He was like, you don't understand have to physically reattach. And I was like, okay, you know what? Sure. I did a little classic. I did a little hit him with a little classic, and I was like, you're right. I don't know what that is at all. Like, I just totally like played dumb. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you know, like where you'd like clip together a mixtape or whatever, like you'd cut the tape together, like, oh, like the old like you'd burn a CD, like that kind of thing. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. Like people would like burn CDs or something. That is that what you mean? And then like, no, like they were like, I chose violence in this. And so I was like, well, you know, what do you mean? What do you mean? They were like, well, no, it's a tape. Like you'd physically like redo the tape. I was like, what tape? Like Scotch tape? Like what do you mean? Like I just started playing the most as oblivious as I could to everything. And like, you know, like a VCR, and I was like, what's that? Which, like, in fairness, yeah. But like, I was like, huh? Who? What? Huh? Who? Huh? Oi. You know, I never actually thought about the act of cutting the mixtape. I never thought about what that meant. I am / Gen version of this now. Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I have had this conversation with people. I feel like I've had this conversation with chat before. Circle game as a response to Neil Young's around, not the same vein, but both addressing themselves and the audience. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I can understand if it's two songs by two artists addressing each other's songs. Like Eminem did that as well, a lot with like I think Fergie or something like that. But anyway, but it seems like a different ball game when it's like an unrelated artist that you go to and be like, hey, can I reference your song a lot? Did you hear? Oh, maybe it was Edward who originally like told me about burning CDs and mixtape. But yeah, anyway, so but I just knew that it would hurt him, so I was just like, out of the blue. I'm so glad to remember. Anyway, I'm much longer than them, and yet I find pain in this conversation. Well, no, it's just not something I thought about or whatever. Like, it was just never, like, it never came up. I was never like, oh, yeah, I guess that's how that worked. Oh, my God. They're delusional. They're delusional, chatters. They're simply delusional. Gifted Noah, yo, who? It may have either been Calum or Totally Human or Nobody's Fool or Killer. It might have been any of them. Plus Maidless. Oh my God. You were one of the lucky 55. Yeah, there was 55 gifted subs that just went through. It was wild. Or Anonymous. That makes it. I was trying to remember a name and then I was like, I'm forgetting somebody. Or Anonymous. Where did I put all that dirt? Oh, it's right here. Perfect. Let's get to building. Can we build it? Yes, we can. We're just literally going to be building a dirt path. Nothing fancy, just to get to and from the island. Kind of part of the strip and music, you want to tape it together. Well, I mean, it's the same way that, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I own a lot of vinyls. Vinyls make literally zero sense to me. I can understand a digital music file. Like, I get it. Yeah, you've recorded the audio and it's digitally stored and that, like, and it's a sound audio, like, it's an audio file digitally being played back to you. I get it. That makes sense. The idea that, like, they took this, like, plasticky kind of material of vinyl, and then by scratching it the right way to, like, have the right grooves, they can literally put someone's voice into it? Like, what do you mean? Like I was like, what do you mean you could literally put someone's voice inside of this disc of, like, plastic? This man is Poggers, sub to him. My God. You know what? Maybe I am Poggers. Maybe I am. Maybe it's all true. Times 1,000. Yeah, I know, but I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it is, but something about vinyl just it boggles my mind. Even though, like, that's my point. Like, I totally understand other forms of sound, and like, it's been explained to me, and I've even read into it, and, like, I get it based on what's been said and read, but it just feels like magic. It really does. Like, I'm like, you're telling me Elton John's voice is in this record simply because you put the right grooves into it? Huh? Like, that just blows my mind. I'm like, that's not allowed. Simply put, that is not allowed. You can't, no, that's not possible. Also, I put grass on top. Didn't that work out nice? I think it worked out great. Bye-bye. Oh, man. But no, also, to Chicken's point far earlier in the stream, by the way. Poggers! Oh my God, Killer, thank you so much for the resub, dude. Oh my God, at 12 months, a whole year. Thank you so much for a year, dude. Oh my God. 1 full year, my good gracious. Thanks so much, dude. That means a lot. Genuinely. I mean, thank you for the gifted as well, but like the continued support, it really means a lot, man. It really does. I always feel like I'm falling short with like I feel like thank you is never enough, but genuinely, it means a lot. I wonder if this is gonna spread. I wonder if it's gonna be like. Also, this should make Edward happy. I ensured that, you know, you could build that I could build proper trees up here and they would work, you know. Believe how they figured it out with wax in the first place. Yeah. Probably will spread. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure. What's the worst that could happen? Actually, I could stop it from spreading by doing that. And now L plus ratio, you'll never spread. And just for good measure, I'll do that. And then bam, now it's never gonna spread. Simple. I don't often make points. I was trying to other people down to my level. Oh my God. No, Chicken, earlier, like way at the beginning of the stream, you were like, oh, Nap, is he gonna be talking to us about a D&D world that he's gonna be making? And I am making a new D&D world. I'm very excited for it. It should be big pog, should be big fun. This is probably the right size of area too, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna, I need to go get some mining done for some more resources, because as you can see, we are a little impoverished. So we're gonna have to go get some mining done. Do I not have any more iron? I could have swore I had more. Is it down at the bottom? I need to go now. Bye. Good night, nap. Good night, Jack. Sleep well, everyone. Sleep well, Greg. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, dude. And a wonderful night. There's the rest of it. I knew there was more. No, please. But anyway, yo, Jasmine. 165298. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. I'll do. Does it count as the total subscriptions of first sub I paid for myself? Yo, well, that's mighty kind of you, dude. It's oh my good gracious, thank you so much. And yeah, I think it does. It counts everything kind of together. Which is good because it really should. And I'm gonna need to get some coal. And then we're gonna do a little of this. We're gonna do a little sneaky. Here, you know. Life will be good. Just give me a second to get the data. I should probably make some more booties. And an extra sword. Okay, I need to make a few more. Well, let me get a little more coal as well, just because that's gonna be useful to have. Just a lot of torches. Player minutes convinced me to make the Macarena canon in my D&D world. Oh my god! I mean, that's just iconic. That's just good things are happening. Oh man! But actually, as of late, like recently, both as a player and what do you call it? As a DM, I've been having a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with the old Dungeons and Dragons. Well, despite, you know, all the drama that's gone on with Dungeons and Dragons as of late, for those who don't know, it has been a rather tumultuous time in the Dungeons and Dragon world as of late, for a great many people. So it's been a wacky little time, but you know, it's been going well, I think, for the most part. At the very least, I think things are moving in the right direction as they need to. Yeah, and then we'll just that down there as well. Perfect. I don't the horse armor with me. Jeez. Yo, hello. D&D drama pog. That's some drama I actually know about. Oh my god. I pride myself on avoiding all online drama. Forever DM, but D&D being oh yeah. Fun fact, no matter what, you can see your face. The reason you don't is because you have two eyes, so it cuts your face in parts and replaces it with other things. I simply have no face. I am no face. It's, you know, it's confusing. I know. It confuses great many people, buddy, but it's true. It's ultimately, it's true. All right, time to mine. I think we're just gonna like start a mine back here in the Badlands. I think the D&D drama is a little bigger than online drama. It's illegal thing. Oh yeah, no, the D&D stuff isn't like like I say drama. It's not drama as much as it's like a company literally shooting itself in the foot. And want to hear a joke? If it's funny. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, isn't it? Yeah. If a joke's funny, then yeah, I do want to hear it. Or maybe you just think I have a very low bar for what's funny. I mean, both are true technically, but you know, one makes me feel better. If you just think that I have high standards. How do you know an astronaut's birthday? By reviewing their account. That's my answer. NASA reviews their account and then they upload that information publicly and they tweet about it. That's my guess. I'm probably correct though. That's gotta be it. What else could it possibly be? There's physically no other answer, right? My pick. You plan it. Oh, wait, that's actually that's okay. That is fun. You know what? I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. That one's funny. All right. Fair enough. Yo, Miss, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate that. Even though I did apparently misread your joke. Listen, did I ever claim that I was a world-class reader? No. I don't think that actually exists. I don't think that's a thing. I don't think I physically could be a world-class reader. I don't know if they give awards for that after, like, elementary school. So, you know, probably not possible. But you know what I mean? I exhale to your joke, so... Hey, that's a win! That's a win! You know, it's a couple of yucks. Who's hissing at me? Don't hiss at me. Don't be that kid on the playground. I have one last joke. Lay it on me, buckaroo. Yo, important lizard man. Oh my god, thank you so much for the follow. You're so important. That's so kind of you to follow. What school do the planets go to? Something solar system is my guess. Something solar system. Oh my god, not the hydrate. Good googly boogly. Good googly boogly. Oh! Well, we've already met. Yo, Honolulu. Thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. I was gonna say Honolulu, but I realized that it was not the name of the island. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. I should have guessed that one. Ah, come on. That's pretty good. Oh my god, great. Important lizard. Do you have a tunic by chance? My god. 80 points, 800 points. Back in my day, it was only 300. Yeah, well, that was before the Great Flood. So, you missed that part. Yeah, where a Great Flood happened. I can hear them, but I won't. Some look for trouble, while others don't. Don't worry, it secretly is. Yo! Man, I love the Great Flood. No, please. Night, night, jeez. Go away. No, don't hurt me. I said go away. That's the opposite. That's the opposite of what I asked for. Come on. I think it's pretty clear. Get obliterated, nerd! Oh! Owned! Oh! So good at this game. I totally didn't take any damage from that from that zombie. That's ominous. Oh! Oh! Oh, this has suddenly become not good. Because that one's enchanted. Yup. Yup. Oh, we're doing fine, chatters. We're doing fine. 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 Okay, we're maybe not doing like fine, but like we've done worse. It's maybe a little unhelpful that, you know, I couldn't see, but you know, we're fine. Oh my good gracious. And now we're fine. Don't you have a shield? Oh yeah, I do. Huh. I'm so used to that being an unused slot because of hardcore. I'm so used to just having nothing. You know? That is a bad movie reference, to be fair. Now, what do you mean that's a bad movie? I liked that movie, thank you very much. I thought it was good, and I instantly wanted to make a D&D campaign set in that world. So, you know, I liked it. Pigment sleep? Well... Can't see bedtime. Well, hell. I'm busy. I'm busy. I just, what do I do? Probably call somebody. I mean, I'm not sure how it fit, but two, probably, call, I don't know, pet control. Bueller. He has a totem. Well, no, I have a totem in a different world than this. The other hardcore. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, actually, you were answering. I didn't realize you were answering that. Okay, okay, spam out on me. That's cool. That's all that I've ever wanted, actually. That's all that I've ever really wanted in life. Was you to just absolutely move. This is a huge cavern. This is a large little place. My good gracious. I never get to see caves. Not like this, at least. No, don't blow up. That's rude. Don't blow up. It's rude. Okay. Well... Oh my god, and there's a spider. There's so many skeletons. Oh, please. Oh my good gracious. Oh my good gracious. These guys are just a little, kind of rude dudes, man. I'm not gonna... Eh. He's all armored. What? Okay, well, there's one behind me now, so that's gonna be a bad idea. I don't like how armored he is, and how little damage I can actually do with my little sword. This is not cool, man. Be cool. Okay, wait. Yeah, there we go. What? Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say he should be attacking him now. Do it. Yes. Fight each other. Yeah, that's right. L plus ratio. I turned you against each other with my inner machinations. You know what? This is getting bad. This is gonna be a bad spot in a second. We're gonna just move over here for a little for a hot little minute. We're just gonna come over here, just a little bit over here. Oh, hello, Mr. Bad. Hello, 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 hello. How are you? Ooh, where are we going? We having fun? Hello, hello. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, you guys. I totally forgot. Well, you know, I was distracted. He was a cute little bat, man. What do you want from me? I was a little distracted. All you have to do is kill them, obviously. Well, I mean, simply yes, but like, there's a lot of them, you know. There's like one or two of them. I never got to see caves. Oh my god. Oh, there's a creeper. No, leave me alone. This is so rude. Oh, I don't. Part of my armor broke, didn't it? Was it the boots? It was the boots. La la la. I thought that was Gombar. Actually, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that one was genuinely quite Gombar sounding. Obliterated. It seems like Nap is gonna be a little batty. I mean, when haven't I been? Oh my good gracious. Oh my good gracious. I want to make a bow. I want to go make a bow. That's gonna make life so much easier. I need a bow down there. Gombar's not here. Well, that is how he tends to announce himself. I forgot I have this. Never mind. I don't need a bow. I don't need a bow. I'm a dum-dum. I forgot I had the trident. That's right, L. No, come back. Come back into visible range. Yeah. Obliterated. What? And whatcha? Tridents make very good swords, surprisingly. Very powerful melee. That's true, but I like throwing it. Nap, when did the voices all just start to appear? Honestly, always. They've just always been there. I don't recall. Where'd he go? Wasn't there a creeper up there? Oh, yes, he's over there. I was like, wasn't there a creeper? I was like, pretty sure there was... That's probably not good. Yes. Come to me, child. Obliterated. Nerd. But no. In general, though, like D&D, I'm quite excited for. Just because in the D&D world, that like, oh, I know we were talking about the drama for D&D. Yeah. So what happened was, Wizards of the Coast. I mean, what a lot of people. No. My torch. But yeah, what a lot of people don't realize is, so basically what happened was, about a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, you know, prior to a certain shareholders call that happened at Hasbro, who owns Wizards of the Coast, who publishes D&D, there was an article published that effectively like realized that, you know, oh, D&D is this REAPM? No, this is the Ascendcraft. Is what this is. I've discovered that not everyone hears a voice when reading. Oh, I do. Or, well, I hear voices, like, I do voices for myself, basically. But this is because it makes it more fun. It's more enjoyable that way. Oh. Uh-oh. Obliterated. Thank you for creating Britain. Anytime. I do what I can for the British, you know? I really try to help them out whenever I can. You know, I'm just their age-old ally. Is this Bedrock? Nope, this is Java. A Java SMP that was started by Salmon Up. And formerly Ascendcraft, which is why it's called Ascendcraft. And it's just a bunch of creator. It's like a creator SMP. But yeah, the age-old ally. Well, you know. But no. What I was gonna say is, what a lot of people don't realize is that prior to the shareholders call, you know, nobody really asked Hasbro about D&D. D&D was kind of just like this weird nerd thing that Hasbro owned to most of their shareholders. They were like, yeah, sure. They're like, Magic the Gathering and Dungeons and Dragons were not the concerns of the shareholders. Shareholders were concerned with, like, you know, oh, how's Transformers coming along? Or, oh, how's, what else do they have? Like, or how's Power Rangers coming along? Or how's, like, My Little Pony coming along? Or how's Peppa Pig? Like how are your properties that we make toys of, and like the big things, you know? That's what 99% of what shareholders actually thought or cared about, because they didn't understand how D&D could be considered a profitable thing. So they were like, who cares? And they didn't really ask about it. Turns out, according to an Economist article, I believe, that came out, that D&D or Wizards of the Coast makes up like $1 billion in revenue, like 70% of revenue for Hasbro per year. Little did anybody know. But in that shareholders call, when that was discovered, where shareholders started asking, because shareholders were like, wait a minute, what is this Wizards of the Coast thing? They then learned that it's a very in their terms, under monetized. Yeah, that's under monetized IP, intellectual property. Namely because, you know, most times D&D, people either have PDFs of things, it's a lot of third-party content that's not made by Wizards of the Coast, or it's just one player, the DM, who's buying most of the books. And most DM groups or D&D groups don't play adventures past like the first year or whatever. And Wizards of the Coast doesn't make most adventures. Most adventures are made by third parties, or most like extra tools and all these other things, which deal with the more like, you know, fringe stuff that Wizards of the Coast is never going to get to. It's like, yeah, like, okay, sure, some people might want to play in a gritty like detective noir setting, but not enough to bother making a book. Not truly. So basically, Hasbro said, this is really, to its shareholders was like, yeah, it's just really under monetized. So they were told, monetize it. So they brought in Honor Among Thieves, I think is what it's called, which is a production company that helped to make things like the Transformers movies, all the other things. Like they have made money when it comes to like Hasbro IPs, and that's who's been making the D&D movie. But then additionally, with Wizards of the Coast, a lot of the problem that like shareholders saw free money on the table for those people who were printing third-party things, because D&D and Wizards of the Coast had something originally with 5e called an open gaming license, which basically meant you can make content that is set in the D&D universe, but, well, you don't and we won't own it. You can monetize it and we won't sue you, and you don't have to necessarily kick back. Some of the things did cause people to kick back, like, you know, DM's Guild and stuff like that, where like you have to pay a certain percentage for like the guaranteed effective like shop that'll host you. But making the third-party content, you didn't have to do anything, and that's how groups like, you know, Critical Role or Dimension 20 or MCDM came to be. Because basically they were like, what they were able to develop using the open game license for Dungeons and Dragons, their own home games, and that's arguably why D&D 5e 5th edition is where it is today. That's why you know about it. Honestly, that's why you know about it more than any sort of Stranger Things or anything else. The reason you know about D&D and it made its resurgence is because it of that open gaming license, making it third-party content capable of promoting itself. The problem is no longer there. Well, see, they might, but the damage is kind of done in a way that's abnormal. They fundamentally misunderstood how the IP of D&D works. D&D is not popular because it's D&D. Like, for instance, like, how do I phrase this? So, like, Overwatch, like, the characters and, like, the art and, like, what goes on in the world that's built by that game is what popularity for that game comes around. Like it's not like people are like, oh, gee willikers, the mechanics of Overwatch are the greatest mechanics in the world, and that's why they play it. Most people play it because they like the Blizzard's development of those specific characters, the art style, etc. None of that really exists for D&D. For D&D, it's not popular. Well, most people, when they picture D&D, like if you picture Overwatch, you can picture the characters. If you picture, I don't know, like Monopoly, you picture the Monopoly board. D&D is, for most people, just what facilitates a group of friends sitting around a table rolling dice, playing a role-playing game of sorts, a tabletop role-playing game. It doesn't necessarily have to be D&D. There's thousands, well, at the very least hundreds of role-playing games, like tabletop role-playing games, not all created equal, but like hundreds that exist. It doesn't have to be D&D. The benefit D&D had was it had an open games license, so there was lots of third-party people you could find playing it to watch, like Critical Role, like Dimension 20, that could get people into it. So that's what made D&D big in 5th edition. And the reason that we know that's how that works, and that's a misunderstanding of their IP, is they did this before in 4th edition, and that's what caused the schism originally that created, that nearly killed D&D and created the Pathfinder. The 1st edition of Pathfinder. It was an issue because the people who made Pathfinder used to work at Wizards of the Coast. That's like they used to work work on D&D. Like they worked on 3.5. And then they left when 4th edition was made because they didn't like it for a number of reasons, but they left in part because it changed its gaming license. I'm just lighting this area up. And I'm gonna gather all the materials. But anyway, it's a very interesting thing where, like, for lack of a better word, it's really just an issue of capitalism in a way that, like, which I know sounds reductive, but like, let me finish. Like in a publicly traded company with shareholders, you can't just have a good thing be a good thing. I don't mean like, oh, good things can't exist. I mean, you always have to be increasing profits. You can't just accept where you are. That's why things like Netflix is like Netflix changes and needs to like look at, maybe we'll bring in ads or do whatever, and they're panicking to do this because they have shareholders to answer to. If you're not a publicly traded company, it doesn't matter if you grow or just stay stagnant. If you're happy with where you are, it's fine. Who cares? The issue is in a publicly traded company like Hasbro, the shareholders can ultimately say like, well, why am I not making more money now? You should be working to making this company more profitable, and more is the name of the game. It just has to be, because that's how publicly traded things work. Love the way Nap said, let me finish. Like, we could actually silence if I can. Oh my god. No, my point is just like, anyway. But it's very interesting because a lot of people are like, and I can understand it. Like, a lot of people have said, like, oh, they'll probably walk it back now and say, which I think, like, there is, theoretically, some people from Wizards of the Coast have anonymously spoken and said, like, no, they plan to, like, hope this goes away, like, all the outrage, and that they could just do it anyway. But it's getting worse for them, basically. Like if their movie gets boycotted, that'll probably be the nail in the coffin. Like if the movie performs bad now, like under its projected numbers, because Honor Among Thieves, who's making that movie, is like reputable for getting things done, like for getting movies made, or for having the movie be profitable, i.e. Transformers, or the new Power Rangers, or whatever. Like those movies turned profit at the very least. Can they get rid of shareholders? Technically, yes, but Caleb's right. Why would they? Like, for instance, that's what Elon Musk did. Twitter was a publicly traded company. Elon Musk bought a majority share and then bought out the remainder of the board of directors and bought out the shareholders. He now and he took Twitter off of the stock market. It's no longer a publicly traded company. It's just solely owned by Elon Musk. That's just an example. I'm not saying for better or worse. I'm just saying that's an example of how that would be. So it's not an impossibility. And it can present a real problem. For instance, Ubisoft currently, they're for like love or hate Ubisoft, they've actually had to scrap a couple of games, I believe. We don't know what the games were, but they cut a number of games that were in early production because they're running out of money. They're financially not doing well, and they've not been doing well great for a number of years, and have been fighting off a hostile takeover by Tencent Games. Which, for those that don't know, is a Chinese game publisher. That gets into a whole kettle of fish that I don't think we should get into. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess, honestly. But yeah, so Tencent Games has been trying to effectively hostile take over Ubisoft, which they barely held off. Ironically enough, I think because a French noble loaned them some money in like 2017 or so. You should watch Peppa Pig. I've never seen Peppa Pig. Other than like the whole like you're so grown up meme, or the what's the other one? There's another meme that's like Susie, you're so grown up, and then there's also like, can you whistle like this? And then it just turns it off. What did I do? I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so a publicly traded company like Ubisoft is currently fighting off a hostile takeover from shareholders. But with shareholders, and in the model that we have now, it's like the reason that people wouldn't sorry, I'm just doing something. The reason that people don't necessarily want to take their thing off of Zephyr, how do, or Zephyr, take their money off, or take their company off the stock market and off of publicly traded, is because that's the way to make the most money. It just is. Like, you make the most money that way, so of course they want to keep doing it, because like you can't be the multi-billion trillion dollar company without being publicly traded. Because all these companies are massively over-evaluated. The stock market, as the pandemic proved, is not an actual reflection of how good the economy's doing. It's a reflection of like a small club of people doing well financially, and that's about it. Like, otherwise it doesn't tell you diddly about nothing, you know what I mean? And then yeah. Nav, where are you going? What do you mean, where am I going? Oh, when I stood up for a second? Oh, I just had to move a light that was just shining kind of in my eyes. I just needed to move the light. So I was like, my eyes. But anyway, what I was gonna say though, what's different, sorry, I got so off track with talking about Ubisoft and everything like that. What's different about this though, and the reason why I don't think they'll recover as easily as they think they might, or that some people are guessing, is D&D was already, and they were trying to consolidate, and were too aggressive about it. There was a way easier, like if they had any idea of how to monetize D&D properly, there's like a number of ways they could have done it better, which I mean are still not exactly good and are kind of scummy, but like, you know, they're better monetization capabilities than what they were gonna do, which I think is put a nail in the coffin kind of thing. What they should have done, or not what they should have done. What I was gonna say is, like, groups like Paizo have gotten a real stakeholder now. They're the ones who make Pathfinder, the direct competitor to D&D, but also all the major third-party groups like MCDM, I imagine Critical Role and Dimension 20 will follow soon. But then also like Cobalt Press and all these other groups, who were originally just companies that published using the D&D Open Games license, are now all making their own game systems. They're like, yeah, we're all gonna make our own. Like each one announced, they're like, yeah, we're making our own system, and it's gonna be open access. Like it's gonna be open gaming license. So there's no reason for them to go back. And then with the lack of third-party support, while D&D is relatively simple, I don't know. I think a lot of the people who would be the people to buy all this, like all content, like the people who are going to buy like 100 other games and everything like that, or DMs and stuff like that, who would know the most about this kind of thing typically, because players don't often know this much about like what's going on in the background, or like third-party creators and all this other stuff, are probably not going to come back as much. So for that reason, I really do think this is like a lot more harmful to them than I think they realize. Like this kind of a genie in the bottle kind of thing, like especially if they lose. Currently, there's nothing been too bad said by Critical Role, and that's probably because they're under contract. Which is also like, it sucks that so many people are like, why haven't they said anything? It's because they just don't seem to get, like, yeah, they're under contract, my guy. They're sponsored by them. Like, if this contract's not, like, is active, there's definitely not able to, like, speak out and be like, yeah, we disagree with what this company is doing that's paying us to do this. Like, no. But anyway, if they, with their Darrington press or whatever, end up like totally splitting off, which they very well could. They didn't start as a D&D group. They started as a Pathfinder group. Then woof. And that's bad. That's gonna be the real bad. Tarkov hurts me. Oh no. Yo, Weblet, how do? Hey, Foxy, how you doing? Hello. How do? Okay, perfect. So yeah, I think it's just all kind of a bit of a mess. It's a bit of a mess, and I don't think they realize the damage they may have done. Again, I could be wrong. Like, if it depends on if it's affect the casual fan, really. In the way of like, if it's, I think it's, they've done a lot of damage, but if it's recoverable, will be seen by how their movie does. Because from all intents and purposes, I'm pretty sure it would get decent critical review. Like I imagine it's a bit of a wild card, but for the most part, especially because Chris Pine's not terribly bankable at the box office. He's not box office poison or anything like that, but like, and by the way, that's not like I love Chris Pine. I think he's a great actor. I just like track records of things like that. And when I say that, I mean like there's certain actors who will get people to see their movie just inherently. There's very few movie stars left, but there are still some sure bets. Like for instance, like I don't like if Barbie doesn't do well, man. I love Margot Robbie, but I don't know what's gonna happen for her because she had back-to-back flops with Amsterdam and Babylon. Like Damien Chazelle's probably not gonna be trusted with another big budget for a long time. Like this was, he spent all of his post La La Land collateral kind of thing with studios making Babylon, and it's absolutely flopped both critically and commercially. Horrible stuff. I'm not saying it's a horrible. I'm just saying like it like that's rough. He's gonna have to earn some of that back again. Is all I'm saying. You sound like a person who would say, "Hey, I'm walking in." Oh my god. Thanks. I mean, he is 100%. No, I'm not. There's no guarantee of that. How dare you? What was the last movie Matt Damon was in? It was pretty recent. Oh god, I'm trying to remember now. I mean, like he was in the Last Duel with which was not a horrible flop, but it was not a roaring success. But it was mid-pandemic, so it was hard to tell. He's in the Last Duel, and then I think since then he has done another project. I just forget what it is. Was The Martian? Oh, he's definitely done more since The Martian. He's done a couple films since The Martian. But at this point in his career, I don't know how much he necessarily. He's mostly a producer at this point. He's been producing a number of movies, but like as he's talked about, I mean, the movie industry's changed a lot in like a really interesting way. So like it used to be like a lot of films aren't getting greenlit anymore unless they're like surefire like box office like what do you call it $1 billion club box office kind of thing. Not necessarily, but like many hundreds of thousands. Like the centenary mark used to be the mark of if a movie did well. But then Superhero Fair is just like so much beyond that. Stillwater, yeah, there was Stillwater. Barbie will do well. I will be all opening be confused. I want Barbie to, but like Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie have had a lot of trouble getting box office. Yo, Foxy, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate that. So, say New York. New York. Gee Willikers, I love going to New York. I'm just kidding. I've never been. New York seems like a interesting place. I'll change my opinion or whatever. Marvel, that Marvel ruined cinema. I don't think Marvel ruined cinema. I think that's a stretch. I think Marvel has changed what movies studios will make. Maybe not for the better, but I don't know if that's to blame on Marvel's success or the fact that studios will now only accept mega hits. Or actually, I shouldn't even say that. It's not like the reason that everything changed isn't because of Marvel. I'm gonna walk back what I just said because that's just categorically like untrue. It's not that they won't. It's not that studios won't finance non-blockbusters anymore. It's that there used to be something called the ancillary market, okay? And so the ancillary market, which like most movies made their money in the ancillary market, you'd make like at most 100 million at the box office kind of thing was good. That was like solid. You did really well. You did well. You made 100 million globally at the box office kind of thing, and you passed that centenary mark, and you're good. And then the ancillary market, which was DVD sales and all these other things, was the big bread and butter. Like that's what most of Matt Damon's career was built on. He'll even tell you that himself. He has in things, but like, and this has been a known thing for a while. Like there's a lot of industry people who've talked about it, but like the ancillary market is for the most part the clear like aspect about the ancillary market was the clear moneymaker for most of Hollywood for the longest time, right up until streaming. Streaming is what killed modern cinema, if you want to look at it that way, if you want to see it as killed. The reason the like smaller movies don't get made anymore is not because of Marvel. It's because they don't have the ancillary market anymore. Like nobody buys DVDs anymore, and streaming doesn't actually pay that much to use the license out these movies. So for that reason, there's just leave me alone. For that reason, like there's no I gotta go make new stuff. I missed. Come back to me. How did what? It went back. Oh my god. Obliterated. Could I have used a sword? Yes. Would it have been as cool? No. I buy CDs. Oh, and that's the thing, chat. Like, even if you yourself personally go out and buy DVDs or buy CDs, or like that's great. Honestly, I kind of recommend it because, you know, that way if a movie ever leaves a streaming service, you can still watch it, or and the like. But like, that's not. Hey, you saw it hit the dirt and then go past it. There is lag on a server, man. There is lag. I hate it here. I hate it here. But no, it's a really interesting conundrum because like streaming's clearly here to stay. Like that's not gonna leave. But there's such a lack of ancillary that a lot of smaller movies won't get made anymore. Those scripts won't be picked up because there's not the same ancillary. You know what I mean? I'm playing Tarkov. Oh my god. But yeah, it's a really interesting thing. Like smaller picture. Like for instance, like Good Will Hunting probably wouldn't have been made in today's box office. It's very rare that you'll find, like, you have to have a director who can find like, no one will finance it, basically. And like the way that movies are made, for instance, like Warner Brothers currently gave like part of the reason they got rid of Batgirl and have canceled so many movies is not entirely because they're like, oh, we're just rebooting all of the DC universe or whatever. They're running out of money. They did not have the financial capital to advertise or open those movies. They have to pay to get movies opened in places, and they didn't have the money. Also, yo, Shining Live, thank you so much for the follow, man. Is water wet? Molecules of water can be wet, but like water itself is not wet. Or water itself is wet, but molecules can't be. Like a molecule of water cannot be wet, but like all of water is wet because molecules are making the other molecules wet. Batteries at 6. Oh my god. But yeah, so it's like this interesting little conundrum. Don't get me wrong, but like they're not finding financiers, and studios are running out of money. I mean, Asher Drowned, thank you for the follow as well. I'll do. Good gracious. All right, we're gonna chuck that in there, and then chuck that in there, and that there. That there for now. Perfect. Oh, and then we're gonna whap. And whap. And whap. Hello, Asher. How do? Your name is not suspiciously, I shouldn't say that. That sounds accusatory. Your name's quite similar to a D&D character I have. I mean, his name's Ashton, but you know, Edward knows him. Oh my god. Set off a really nuclear bomb at Oppenheimer. Oh my god, that'll actually be a real also, that is interesting. The fact that like Oppenheimer and Barbie open across from each other. It's a really interesting thing. It's the same way though that like the box office is in a weird spot right now. Like I don't know if Avatar would have made $2 billion or strike that to be even striking distance even of it if it weren't for the fact that like they were just given like, and I don't mean this, and I don't mean it to take away anything. I'm just saying like they were given the end, like almost all of December and January for box office. There's very little else to see, and almost nothing else big really opened. In a weird way, like most Christmas, like think back to like 2019, like pre-pandemic kind of stuff. Like I think the 2019 box office was like Aquaman, which was at the same time there was it Star Wars? Was there a Star Wars? Yeah, Rise of Skywalker, Aquaman. There was also I'm gonna have to open it. 1 second. Uncut Gems release, Spies in Disguise, which was an animated fic you could follow. There was Rise of Skywalker, Cats, which again, Cats did like isn't good, but like you know it was like available though, like as like counter programming kind of thing. If you wanted to see awards fair, there was Jumanji. There was, and like there's tons of others. These are just like the biggest names that opened during this period, like opened wide, I should say. I think there was a few. There was 1 or 2 others that I'm forgetting. Oh, I think Parasite. I think Parasite was still open in theaters at that time. Was the last movie I saw, dude. Oh my god. But my point, how's everyone's day? My day's going great, man. We're talking, so I should say, for those that don't know who just came in, we're kind of talking about how like movies are in like this weird place right now. Part of what I study at school is media and film to a degree. I mean, to a minor degree. My main thing's history and politics, but yeah, but not in a I'm not gonna ask you about. I think Fight Club's overrated. I'm not that kind of film guy. Don't worry. I feel I always need to apologize for that kind of person because oh my god, they're insufferable. But anyway, no. What I was gonna say is on the business side of it all, like 2019 was a competitive movie space to open into. Like there was something for kind of everyone. It was competitive. There was very little to see this year. And don't get me wrong, like there was Puss in Boots as an animated flick to see kind of thing, but it only had a 17-day window before instantly going to digital. So why see it in theaters when you could see Avatar in theaters? Avatar stayed in theaters much longer. On premium screens because nobody else opened. The Martin Luther King Jr. like weekend, this weekend, nothing opened that was massive. It was wild. It was genuine. It was bonkers, man. It was genuinely like insane. Like almost nothing opened. Like of really any note or value. Like sure, there was Plane with Gerard Butler, but that really is probably only going to do any business on streaming. It actually did quite poor. It opened below A Man Named Otto, which oh my god, I don't know how many of you ever like looked into looked into like breakdowns and stuff like that on how on movies and stuff like that, like demographics that see movies. that movie is like its demographic surprisingly and this is neither good or bad. I'm just saying like most people want a movie to perform well with a good spread of different like ethnic backgrounds and the like that's just pure business. You want that to happen. Every movie should have some appeal to everybody. Man, Otto did not. It did most of its business in the Midwest, not even like California, New York, and like no actual like ping for it in its top 10, which is wild. Like those are the epicenters of what's making movies typically. So it's like this really weird time in Hollywood right now. This is a huge cave system, by the way. For film, bro. I mean, I need to, man. I need to. The man who claims to be Napoleon is working on a history major surprise. Oh my god. You missed the nerdy note last Friday. Hey, listen. You say nerdy note, and I say, you know, discussing history is all the same. But yeah, so it's like this really interesting place. And again, don't get me wrong, like superhero movies are the only things getting made though, because they are the ones that get the box office in theaters, where most other movies aren't getting that. Okay, I'm back in good news, Betsy. My baked pasta did not burn. Let's go! I'm so good at making myself sustenance. Huge pog. Talk about VOD channel things. Well, I mean, I suppose we could maybe see to doing that, you know. I suppose. Good googledy moogledy, you know. But yeah, it's like a really interesting time all in all for like movies being made, like what is being greenlit, what isn't. Like the age of stardom, like the age of like movie stars is largely over. There's very few quote unquote movie stars left. For better or worse. I'm not saying that's good or a bad thing. I'm just saying like in terms of like the business side, there's very few bankable people who like people will always turn out to see. Tom Cruise remains to still be a movie star by like dragging himself to some of his highest earnings of all time, even still at 60. It's wild. Tom Hanks remains pretty solid. It's largely about it. Even people like Leonardo DiCaprio, like he's probably the closest again, but like otherwise, anybody can flop, man. Anybody can flop. There's no guaranteed box office for people. It's wild. Is the big yellow pillar yours in the Mesa biome? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't remember building a big yellow pillar. But it's also been months since I've been on the server. So like I got no idea, man. Oh my god, not the copy pasta again, killer, please. Or I human. I mean totally human. Oh god. Oh god. I'm losing my mind. Totally human's like I'm so sorry. Yo, say I'm doing great, man. How are you? Can't complain, you know. Living La Vida Loca, playing some craft. Oh, daylight. Well, that's nifty. This is like a huge cave system. We have not really explored a cave system to this size, I feel like, you know, like a long time, chat. Obliterated. Simply get good. They ruined by a scab with an— oh no, Canadian. Oh. Yeah, farther a noise from your mouth. Probably a noise from my mouth, my guy. What? I just remembered I had school tomorrow and it just ruined my day. I mean, it is Tuesday tomorrow. That's fair. Like, it is. Close squid. I'm not a guy. Oh, yeah, sorry. I just kind of. Sorry, I welcome to chat. I kind of use those terms as entirely gender neutral. It's the same way I say dude and like my guy. I just use them entirely neutrally. They're not meant to really have any gender attached to them. One way or the other. Bah. It's canceled. Career over. No, not canceled. Not canceled on twitter.com. No. Another pick. Did I hear a zombie? Little zombie? Little zombie action? This is a deadly cave. You know that? This is not my favorite place to be. Obliterated. But this might help me get down easier, actually. Assigned guy. It's oh my god. I mean, if it helps, I have literally called a professor that before. They were not pleased, but they got over it, you know. And they, you know, I think they've come around to it. They've come around to it. They wouldn't like to admit it, but they came around. I know they did. And at first, not a big fan of being called my guy. I'm not gonna lie. I think they weren't a big fan, but they came around. They came around. I just lost the game. No. Oh, what were you playing, dude? The sun is a deadly laser. Yo, roof out the. You should VTuber with a saxophone. Oh, you mean for the whole like. Yeah, it's my little mouth trumpet. That's because like I played trumpet for years, and so I just do it now with my own mouth. Do you have a Discord? I do. Yes. It's oh well, it's right there. Yo, Rolf, thank you so much for the follow as well, man. Thanks actually to so many of you. Thank you so much for the follows tonight. It's been crazy. As additional to the subs, man. I can't believe 55 subs in like golly. But yeah, no, I don't know. I've considered in 2023 switching to VTuber. I don't know. I've always liked the kind of like, you know, like here, like you see how it's like kind of clean. It's just like up here, there's like the one bar and then the other bar and then just whatever's on Spotify for me right now. And that's all that's like ever shown on screen. The rest is just gameplay. I like the cleanness of it, but at the same time, I do consider VTuber at times. It feels interesting. Bro, why you sound like Mickey? What? Like, oh, gosh, Donald, where are we gonna go? Oh, turtles! That VTuber would be wild. My good gracious. But just imagine a little man in the bottom left corner. Imagine just a guy. I will, but he'll only be like this big. He'll be like tiny, like a speck in the corner. He'll be like a little gnat. A little gnat nap. And everyone will fear him. You know who it'll be? It'll just be, do you guys ever see Owl House? Have any of you ever watched Owl House? I don't know yet. There's a character in that, and that's who it would be. Oh my god. Yo, hello, Ming Taylor. I'll do. Disney would copyright you for the voice. They can't catch me. Nap doesn't know his left from his right. Hey, Gabagoo. Yo, say Scott, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Good googly moogly. He's just the size of a pixel. Okay. Listen. Hey, Edmund Taylor, thank you so much for the follow. My God. Everybody following with that. Follow party, my guys. Hootie? I mean, yes, it is Hootie, but it was between Hootie or King. Either of those two I feel like would work for like a little VTuber, like just like small. Oh my god, I love Hootie, man. I don't like how mean they are to him. He's cool, and I like. It sounds like there's a lot of danger down there, and I don't know how I feel about it. You know, we can try. I don't. Oh, there they are. I did. Oh, well, I missed. But I hit that time. Okay, I missed that time. Obliterated. Well, I missed. Oh, well. Now we're down here. That's awkward. I can't really see. I don't know what it is. Oh, my brightness is down on my monitor. That's, oh my god. It's much brighter for you guys on stream than it is for me. I don't have brightness on my monitor up. Because I have it in reader mode because I don't want all the PDFs to blind me when I open them. Who uses a white background, man? PDF should not have a white background. It should be different. It's an affront to God. Ah! Nap is hootie. Out there. Hoot hoot. Hey, don't you guys want to hear about my day? Oh my god. Leave me be. Please. Oh. Yo. Hey, kid, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. No, you don't have to do all that, man. No, I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to pay somebody. That would be. I don't like taking advantage of. I mean, it's very. Don't get me wrong. It's very kind of you, but I don't want to feel like I'm taking advantage of people or anything like that, dude. That feel. I don't know. I feel like that would be like people should be paid for their work. But don't get me wrong. It's super kind of you, though. Oh my god, MJ, do you know how many? Oh my god, I still grapple with that. I can't believe that you convinced me. And oh my god. The sun is a deadly laser. I have a thing called depression. I know. It's cool just like me. Oh my good gracious. Chatter's out here just like you guys. You know what? You guys are funny. I'll give you that. My god, you're quick with it. Oh no, Mr. Boom Boom, please leave me alone. I don't really want to see you today. I mean, maybe like Tuesday, but not today. Oh, and he fell. Oh, obliterated. And they say I can't aim. Don't talk about that one. Don't talk about that one either. There's lag on the server. Leave me alone. First try. First try. Couple Grimblies, couple Grimblies, but is there any? There's iron. Do need that, and deep slate, which is kind of the sign of good things to come. I'm not gonna lie. And Nap ignored me. Oh my good gracious. I'm not. No. Listen, it's very kind of you, very kind. But I'm not looking to commission anybody like just this second. I'm still not sure if I'm considering it because I've been no VTuber for so long. I mean, I say so long. I've been streaming for 2 years now, actually, as of 5 days ago. I've been streaming for 2 years. And I don't know, there's something to it. Like there's something to like the whole clean look. I'd have to think on it, that's all. Cause like I don't know how I feel about one versus the other, you know what I mean? Is High Muse you did? No, High Muse is one of the moderators. But same with KTV. No, I'm just Napoleon the Seventh. Nat, please, what? What, Canadian? What do you want from me? I do what I can. I hit every shot. I'm correct at the craft. You know, I've played the fork knives. I haven't actually, but I really should. I think it seems fun. You know, it seems a little quirky. It seems a little fun. Not the VTuber. Oh, well, that's because MJ just like put together a whole presentation. I couldn't say no. It was like, you know, like when you know, like when you put together a whole presentation for like your parent, you're like, and now they can't say no. Well, me. Actually, I don't know if that was just me. Like, I did that at times when I wanted like a video game. When I wanted the video game, I had to be like, listen, it's educational. It's you gotta get it for me because it'll improve me as a human. As a human being, I will be better because I have played this game. I had to demonstrate like reasons why it was valid, reasons why I should have it. In the Napoleon VII? Yeah, Napoleon the Seventh. I am Napoleon the Seventh. Same. Like Napoleon Seventh. VII. Same as me. I did the document. Yes. If you ever played Counter-Strike, I hope you let me play with you. My good gracious. I mean, you know what? That is TF2 probably, yeah. Man, I haven't played TF2 in so long. Even though, like, I mean, I played it a bit when it was like kind of seeming like it might come back, but then they really didn't do much for it, in my opinion. So I was like, okay, whatever. And like, I mean, it was only a couple characters I only ever played anyway, so it was like, I miss it, man. I miss it. To me, I would have made a document. Obviously, I made it first. Oh my god. But you see, I did it first. I looked at because my parents gift equals good pair. I got the games. I mean, that's valid. But no, see, like I would always like be like, no, please, here's what, and then they would get me like a brain game instead. Like, thanks guys, I'm not gonna play this. They I mean, I would for a little bit, but like, oddly enough, like a regular like DS game versus like Cranium 3 or whatever, like oddly I liked the regular one better. Early bird gets the worm, but second mouse gets the cheese, I guess. Oh, what a cheesy sentence. It didn't really, it wasn't really cheesy. I guess that statement didn't really make sense. Oh my god, there's a skeleton. Why? Oh sweet Jesus. Everything's going wrong because I can't see. I'm blind. What? I have my shield up. Leave me alone. Yep, just leave me be. Wouldn't it be cool if you just left me be? Oh my god. Well. No! Oh my god. I hate that I can't see. I need to turn off reader mode at some point. I really do. Death 1. Pink really said Elba's ratio. Pink has 16 deaths. Elba's ratio bad game. Leave me alone, chatters, please. You know why I'm not cracked at the craft is because for whatever reason cobblestone was in my queue and I hate that. Oh my god. Well, we'll go back. All my stuff's everywhere too. It was on a waterfall. It's probably all gone. Well, time to never play Ascendcraft again. Time to just never play this specific game again. Oh no, it's actually quite neatly there. That's useful. I also got absolutely geschmeckled by the fact there was 2 skeletons on either side of me. Oh my god. I kept forgetting to eat too. Tisk tisk. Tisk tisk. Where's my bread? Shame on how the random death ended Neb's Minecraft career forever. Yep. I'm actually gonna just quit streaming now. It's over, you know? We died once, it's over. Man, oh man. Hey, I mean, for most of you, that's the first time ever seen the the Napoleon has died death screen in like a year and a half. So like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty proud of that. Most of you, I mean, because in the hardcore world, we're nearing like, yeah, we're at a year and a half now, I'm pretty sure. I think we're at about like a year and a half. Oh, we got yeah, no, most of you have never seen that screen where it says like I've died. I'm expecting so many sad edits. I am expectant of the edits, and they better be sad. Oh my god, leave me be! Oh my god. But yeah, if you watch back the footage, you'll see like I'm on like a weapon, and then I hit Q because that's where my sword always is, and it was freaking cobblestone. Why was it cobblestone? I don't know if Sam is something odd on this server or not, by the way, but like on the hardcore world, like autoing thing, like if I like I don't know, here we'll place like one of those there, and then place is full, and then like that doesn't happen on the hardcore world. I can click on like middle click to try to get whatever block I'm looking at as many times as I want. It would never fill an item slot that has a tool in it. I'm not sure why. So I presumed that was the default. So I don't know. I guess that's not the default in Minecraft. Because like there's no plugin for that on Discord or on the hardcore world, because the hardcore world's vanilla. But like, I mean, mine is Optifine, but like, weird. That is absolutely not the default. Well, then why does it work on my? Why is that how it works on hardcore? Because on hardcore it never switches them. Q is definitely no. I'm not saying Q is definitely, yeah. Q is default drop. I've changed Q to be my 1. What I'm saying is usually, like if I'm on an item that's a tool. Like if I'm on an item that's a tool, where did I just put? Okay, I just picked it up. If I'm on an item that's a tool and I have a block of a different type, like if I want in my inventory and I want to switch to it, like normally you just hit middle and then you switch to it like that. But normally in the hardcore world, if I'm on a tool and I do that, it won't replace the tool. It'll switch one of these ones out. Like it would switch anything that's not a tool out in my hotbar, rather than remove whatever item I have in my whatever. I'm going to sleep. Sure thing, Jasmine. I hope you have a good sleep, dude. Thanks for coming out to the stream. I appreciate it. If you're able to come back, I stream every Monday and Friday at the same time, 4:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a lot of gold, actually. That's a pretty good amount. What else am I gonna need? Oh, actually, I am gonna probably need some graphite, so that's perfect. It does only say 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but that's because I never know if like something will come up and I'll end. I'll always start at 4:30, but I don't know if like something could occur that causes me to end early, and I don't want people to like, oh, like I mean, mind you, I feel like I've never ended early, but maybe something will happen, unless it was like lore, but like otherwise I've never really ended early. Does that, but it switches spot to wait, like it does switch out your tool or it doesn't? Well, now I'm just annoyed. I'm annoyed because I should have I mean, I really should just do it now, but I don't want to, like, it's a thing on the back of the back of my display. I didn't even see there was a skeleton there that I was walking up to. Like, I was like, oh, there's a zombie on top of me, I should walk up. I really hate it because my brightness is full. Like, it's full brightness, but I'm like, it's not full brightness on my actual, desktop screen. No, there's no lore. Do you see shaders right now, chatters? Do you see? I mean, wait a minute. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lore? We're switching. Oh my good gracious. Lore! 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 Oh my god, shaders! Oh my god, lore! I don't use the shaders often mining because the shaders really like just highlight, like it highlights the where all the resources are. So I don't like to use it when I'm mining because I don't know, it feels like cheating. I mean it's literally not because they have to be visible first for it to work, but you know, it feels cheap, you know, it feels like Oh my god. Preferred, but then it jumps to the new item too. Wait, huh? It switches out other stuff preferred, but then it jumps to the new item too. I'm confused. So you mean that like it doesn't switch out your item, but it'll stay but the mover will stay on your item? Is that what you're saying? Mine is a trippy nightmare sequence. I mean, Pog? Kind of a Pog experience. Bets on what the lore is. Oh my god. Your old English is broken? No. Nuh-uh. Okay, well, leave me alone, please. Why? I'm just trying to hang out, man. I'm just trying to vibe. Why are you doing this to me? Also, why can I not go up waterfall while I'm shielded? That's another thing. And another reason why it's totally not my own personal fault why I die. And another thing. No. No, L, no. Actually, I do need some lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli is always a good thing to have. Oh, man. You know what I'm excited for, by the way, for that D&D thing that I was talking about earlier, where, not the issues, I just mean, like, when I said I was running the game. What I'm excited for is that I'm really working to develop, a dungeon? Which, you know, it's Dungeons and Dragons, but that's, like, a really, like, odd/old way to play. Like, it's very, like, classic D&D was, like, you know, most of the equipment table that goes with D&D is from the original edition, and it's just printed in every subsequent version because, I don't know, it was in the original. Most people will never use the items that are in the equipment page. It's just not something necessary for most of the game. It's not really part of it at this point and this iteration of it. But it's like really interesting that go to Discord. Oh, I don't check Discord during stream. Sorry, I can check it after though. But anyway, what I was gonna say was what calls it? Oh yeah, that like in developing it, I want to develop like a dungeon, like just kind of a classic like dungeon crawl, where it's like it's so really classic D&D. There didn't really used to be much like story or roleplay per se, which isn't really my thing, but like it was just, you know, you are dropped outside of a dungeon and you gotta solve it. I have to go have fun. Good night, besties. Night, medicine. Hope you have a great night. But yeah, so like it's just this like really interesting aspect of like early Dungeons and Dragons where, you know, you'd just be dropped outside of a dungeon and told, yeah, figure it out, go inside, do whatever, and you were just there to like just roll dice with your friend and game. It was totally just a dungeon crawling game. There was nothing else to do with it. But what was interesting to me though was the idea of like we're taking a bit of a break from like, you know, the main world, like the main iteration. of the world that we've been playing in for the last little while, where I've been running it and they've been building their characters and whatever. And I want to give them like a flavor break, because I don't want them to get burnt out on their own character kind of thing. Because often you'll like, as you play, you'll be like, I really wish I could have been playing this kind of character, or you see what other players are playing and you're like, that sounds fun. Or maybe you like are playing a fighter or like a rogue and you just really want to get a taste of magic for a little bit or whatever. So it's a little palate cleanser that I like to do occasionally, and I like to do like a one shot. That's just going to be like all the same players, but they're going to be playing different characters in the same world though. And so what I'm doing is recently in their own world, they've effectively like weeded out a cult from like stopping them from getting too deep into like this old temple they uncovered from the sands, like a massive sort of, not pyramids per se, but old ancient temple that had unearthed itself, but they didn't manage to get their whole ceremony off and all these other things, but etc. So the party saved the day and the cultists lost. But in that world now, there's this massive temple that's been uncovered, and word's gotten around about it, and people talk, and and so I thought it'd be interesting to then have them get to go dungeon crawl through there. But while dungeon crawling, like it'll be as new characters who have since heard of this massive little mess that their other players have made, and get to go like, oh, what's all this? And then they get to explore it and kind of unlock some other history to the world, because I thought that was a cool way to do it. Bye, Caleb. I hope you have a wonderful night, dude. Sleep well. Bon nuit. Bon nuit, mon ami. Because, why not? Oh, so this is where this enters into. That's cool. I'm gonna turn off shaders. These are getting it's getting a bit much. I found the Shakespeare quote regarding you. Oh my god. Okay, human. Okay. Yo, powerful chip. Oh my god. Finally, I'm here for realsies. Yo, tiger. Yo. Well, we've escaped the mines. Hey, Toby does. Thank you so much for Toby does art. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it, dude. What? I'm not gonna worry about it. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not going to worry about it. That sounds cool. Yo, I mean, I thought so. I just think it's like a good palate cleanser. Doesn't look like hardcore. No, we're playing Ascendcraft. Because, why not? You missed it. I died for the first time. Womp womp. Big sad. Truly a tragic day for the Napoleonic community. They took it with grace though, and stride. They didn't meme me in the slightest. No one was instantly like L. That didn't happen, because that would be mean or rude. They were actually quite consoling. They were like, man, Nap, that sucks. I'm sorry that you died. Nobody at all dunked on me and instantly told me how awful I am at the game. It's it was really maturely handled. it was really mature and becoming how everybody handled it, Imperial propaganda. Oh my god. Oh, you know what was wild, by the way? Or what's wild? So I don't know how many of you have ever heard of a little place called Missouri, but basically like a county in Missouri. You literally said it earlier. This just makes you look stupid. No one with 16 deaths called you a bad player. I know, right? No one who's died like 16 times. Even though this is your first death since like it opened in what, like September? I'm just saying. But anyway, the place in Missouri, they basically their county like needed to digitize their seal. They had like a little emblem, a little seal for their county that was originally just like a patch, like it was sewn, so there wasn't really an ability to like replicate it digitally, they felt. So, but like someone who just like works at the county office or whatever was like, heck, I'll do it. They had no formal training on like, digital art or anything. And so kind of they just made the most awful, like literally MS Paint style, like a bunch of generic images that go from the original, like an eagle and a cross and like a little image of the state, and just kind of slapped it all onto this circular background. and it looked awful. But they took it in stride. They knew it looked bad. They knew it looked real bad. So what did they do? Well, they've decided to hold a contest. They've decided to hold a contest until February, I think, like 28th. Anybody in the world, anybody on Earth can attempt to make a new logo for them for a grand prize of like $100 or something like that. Because you know it's just not a very well-off county. I mean, it's just a county in Missouri. Do I want it to be 2 or 3? Let's go 3, 4, 5. And so for like a $100 like grand prize or whatever, they're like, yeah, you too can do everything. I just think it's interesting. I think it's cool. Like you just be able to be like, yeah, that's right. I made this seal for a random county. That just seems cool to me, man. I like that they owned up. I like that they admitted themselves. They were like, yeah, right, I got no artistic talent. I kind of messed this whole thing up. But, you know, maybe you could, you know, see to it that you might also assist us. I just think that's neat. I think that's a neat little thing to do. If you have a picture. I mean, I suppose it ain't, but I suppose it's more hard for digital? I don't know, man. I don't know why it was difficult for them. I'm just saying it was. And so now they're hosting this contest. And I think that's neat. I think that's neato. Do I have anything to build? I mean... Oh, rotten flesh. I don't need rotten flesh. I was like, is there nothing? Is there nothing I could see to getting rid of? And then I'll leave these items in here, and oh, we can also combine most of these back together. Obliterated. Simply schmelted. Pff, nerd? Why am I a nerd? Nerd for what? I've done nothing! I didn't even do anything nerdy. This is bogus, man. This is absolutely not tubular. This is entirely This is entirely bogus. Yo, Candy Bubbles, thank you so much for the follow, man. My God, the follow is popping off today, man. We're actually pretty close to, yeah, we are now only 100 away from 2,000 followers. Not bad. Not bad at all. Tell your friends. Please, tell your friends. Can I get a womp 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 womp? Womp womp. Womp. When I wake, yeah, there we go, perfect. And then 4. Perfect. My good gracious, we're cooking up a storm. Also, you know what I'm real sad about, by the way? Real talk, real sad about that Velma show. That's it. Someone misspelled pizza. Someone misspelled pizza. Pizza Liz? I don't get it. Hey yo! Hey yo! Pizza Liz! I guess I could make a pizza with those things. I could make a pizza with those things. You know? Hey, yo! Let's go! Moss. Oh, I needed to add moss into the build. That's right. I wanted to add some mossy flavor. I cannot imagine who's anonymous enough to who have provided such a gift. Pizzalicious. Rizlish. No. They meant pizzalicious. Something's going on over there. I see torches. I don't know how I feel about it. Actually, I do, because I noticed that forever ago when I was building. If you recall, chatters, we were like, oh, there's like a person. I just decided, you know what? It's fine. I'll just have a neighbor. Speaking of, I should go introduce them. No, I should go leave a little note. I should say, hello, everybody. My name's Markiplier. That's how high his voice is, right? It's like that high? Maybe a little lower? A little higher? I don't know. Hello, everybody. My name's Markiplier. And this. I can't believe White Rock Fest and you didn't see me. I mean, I don't see a lot of people. I'm pretty face blind, you know? I just don't recognize people, you know? Can't tell faces apart. It's really terrible. I know. Horrible habit. It's plagued me for years. Who just built an orb, man? Who's living over here just building an orb? Why did they just build an orb? I'm so confused. I'm confused as to the why. More than anything. Meatball, but it's not even dirt. It's made out of wood. Build canyon, imperialize your underlings. Oh my god. Somebody just wanted to show that they had a bigger ball, that's all. Which, you know, in a game of bouncy balls, that's pretty important. Bruh, what, bruh? Edward, what? What? What can I help you with, Whatever could I help you with? You know what I will say, by the way? So, like, as some of you guys know, it's hit or miss. Sometimes can be, you know, with accents. Not amazing, but not terrible. It's passable by times. I think I've even talked about before, though, that, like, you know, I used to mess around with them a lot in, like, in my job at a royal dairy establishment. And so, you know, it was like a little thing that I would do occasionally. I'd just be like, yeah, you know what? Let's do voices on the, hello, Bugs. I'll do. And do voices on the intercom for, like, drive-thru. You know, you just be like, yeah, I'm bored. Why not? Because why not? You know, genuine. Why not? Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I have it? And so I would. Me and my coworker, we'd take turns. We'd do different like voices, just messing with people. Because, you know, it was fun. It was whimsical. It was enjoyable. We had a good time. But the thing that I think I've never talked, or I don't think I've talked about it before. The thing that could occasionally go wrong with this little habit of ours, turns out, you know, hit or miss. I guess I never miss, huh? Got a boyfriend. I bet he doesn't kiss ya. What? What? Oh, wait, I know. Oh, yeah, that poor person. Yeah, they got bullied off the internet. I forgot about them. But anyway, what I was gonna say though was, yeah. So like occasionally, you know, you'd do voices and you get into it for a little bit. Normally, you had to keep it up. Like you'd answer on the intercom. You'd say, like, you know, like whatever it is, you'd say like, hi, welcome to this establishment. Can I please take your order, kind of thing. But you'd stay in accent the whole time. That was the game. You had to stay in it, and you had to just hope you were convincing enough in whatever iteration. Because sometimes it didn't start well. It started pretty poor, actually. Sometimes it was not always a good go. I think it's still around. I don't think they got bullied off. Oh, my understanding is they got bullied off. I could be wrong though. But what basically ended up happening though is that sometimes people would, you know, they'd drive up and they'd be mad, you know? They'd be mad. Something went wrong. Maybe not my fault, maybe my fault. Who knows? Who's to say? But they would get angry. They would get angry because of course they would, because who wouldn't be angry at just some poor innocent, you know, like 15-year-old working at like a minimum wage job? Like, you know, why wouldn't you be? Like, who wouldn't be mad at that, you know? Of course it's that individual's fault and they should feel awful. Whose is this? There's something in here. Ribbit? Ribbit? Ribbit! I think I've had enough Tower Call today. Oh, I mean, hey, you gave it a good go, my guy. You gave it a good go. But anyway, occasionally though, these people get real mad. It's a little hard to stay in a void, like, cause then at that point you're too far in. Okay, you're too far in. You can't not stay in character. Like you can't like break the accent and be like, oh, actually I've been just BSing this accent this whole time. I guess we'll take it seriously now. Like that. Pink, do you just not know shapes? This isn't a book. Do you just not understand how shapes work? Is that what I understand? Is that what I'm to understand here? You just don't understand shapes? That's not a ball. It's a ball. It's a sphere. Out of all the raids today, I think I lived through 2. Hey, let's go! 2's better than 0! Oh my good gracious. Super secret to-do list by supervillain Caviar. Make ball. Achieved. Stop being nice to people. You're a villain for oh, well. Get a wait, are they gonna be mean to me? Get a lead for who's Bond? Because oh. We need to leave. We need to leave. But anyway, these people, and it's hard to stay in an accent though when people are like absolutely losing their mind. I mean, like, I want to talk to your manager. You're the worst person I've ever met. You may as well have killed my whole family. Levels of mad, because I don't know. You gave him a dip cone and they wanted it with nuts, and you said I asked and you said no. But sure, like, or you never asked, so I'm not a mind reader. But whatever, I guess. Sure. That's, I guess, something that's cool. It's cool, man. You've stumbled upon an operation. I know, right? And not the game from Hasbro. Or Parker Brother, or whoever it was. But anyway, they'll lose their mind. And it's a little difficult at that moment to be like, right, do I tell them I'm like not British at this point? Do I like break the accent? Because sometimes it's clear they believed it. I've been told my people shouldn't be taking jobs from hardworking. Like I was like, what do you mean? Like I was like, huh? Because I guess they presumed, you know, I couldn't be from here because I had like a British accent, and I was like, what? What is fake? It's not even real. It's not even a good one. Ma'am, calm down. So anyway, like some people are just whack. But anyway, it's slowly descending on jumping off a cliff. No. We live on this server. We live as best we can. But yeah, it's like this really interesting little like aspect to the whole thing that like people will be losing their mind. You can't break character at that moment. You can't. You really can't. I like it. It's like, what am I meant to do? Go into the back and switch hats and come back out and be like, I'm a whole new person, and just like act insane? Like, what do you want from me? How does one get into this server anyway? There was an application period for creators. I don't know if it's still accepting applications at this point. But yeah, it was like applications from various creators. I think you had to be an active streamer, and then beyond that, I think that was the only real requirement. Because there wasn't like a viewer count or anything like that requirement. It wasn't like a server like that, but yeah. Have you finished? You're not even half done. Jeez. Just because I leave your spawn chunk doesn't mean you're able to absolutely abandon me. Some people, man. Some people. Unbelievable. Gold! I need to make the gold. Sorry, that was my twin there. They just clocked out. How can I help you? Just in a totally normal accent. Just in a totally, like, no accent at all. Just like, hello. Hoggers.
Sup, Napster.
Yo! Ray, dude, what's up, man? How do? Long time no talk. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the resub. Oh my good gracious, 5 months. Hope you are not at any red lights, I swear to God. We will have trouble if that is the case. It'll be a problem. I don't know whose problem, but it'll be a problem. No, I'm home. Oh my good gracious. Oh my good gracious. And I gotta break that. Gotta break that. Gotta break that. Because I want these to be like that. And then bada boom. Bada bing. Bada boom. Bada bing. And gava some ghoul. Gava some ghoul. Yes. Yes. The initial stuff closed months ago, but you could have still play because some people stick that on it. That's true. But also, new other shade is conscious. Huh? Sorry, what? What? Huh? Excuse me? Did you say, wait, what? Shade is conscious? That's concerning. Yeah, I didn't recognize the name when I saw the bio. Ah! Sure. This is not a conversation for old Napoleon, is it? This is something so different. Very different. Very, 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 very non-Napoleon. Oh, by the way, you know what's wild? The other day, like, okay, so you know how like sometimes you have interpersonal conversations at like a grocery store, like you hate it, but you end up just like in a situation where you know you don't really want to talk to anybody, but apparently they've decided that you must talk to them. I don't know if that's ever happened. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know, but it certainly does. It's painful. I don't know what about my face screams, yes, please come talk to me. This is going to be so enjoyable for the two of us. But some people seem to think it does, you know? So as luck would have it, though, the other day, like I think it was like last Tuesday or something like that. Yeah, it was last Tuesday. I was doing fine, you know? I was doing fine. It got off to a pretty good start, you know? Like, I almost accidentally bumped into this guy, like in an aisle, and then he was just like, oh, school, like, oops. It was just like a whoopsie daisy, oopsies, you know. He was real character about it, but it was fine. I was like, oh, sorry, and we kept going, and I thought it was fine. He was pretty chill about it. He was like, yeah, no worries, dude. And I was like, oh, sick, what a nice guy. Later, see him at the register. I'm only getting like 5 things. This guy's getting like 20. It's like a 1 to 20 item thing. But he sees me and he's like, oh, hey, you can go ahead of me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. because like it's a pretty long line ahead of us, you know. Have the same face problem then. Approachable. Oh my god. But what I was gonna say is yeah. So like he was like, oh, you can go ahead of me. Like you only have a couple items. I have like 20. And I was like, oh, well, that's so kind of you. Thank you very much. Kind of deal. Because you know it is. Yeah, he didn't have to do that. He could have absolutely kept his spot. But then he sees. So like I'd seen some like deli chicken that was like going on, like it was going out of fashion. Like it was like you like. Needed to be eaten. It was like nearing its expiration date, so they like reduced its price. They wanted it gone, so they were like, hey, I don't know, like $6 off. So it was only like a $2 thing, like a whole thing of sandwich meat. And I was like, hey, yo, I can freeze that. So I bought it. I was like, yeah. There was a couple others around, but I only wanted to get the one. So I was like, I'll get the one. You know, because you know. Save some money, and like you can, if you don't know sandwich meat, toss that stuff in ramen. My god, instantly better. Instantly the ramen is better. Random sandwich deli cuts. Whew. Put that stuff in ramen, man. It is good. Highly recommend. Big fan, you know? Huge spinning turbine. It's great, you know? People, it's underrated. It's underrated. It really elevates the whole thing. But I'm there in line. It's fine. We're like making random conversation because I'm like, yeah, I guess I have to. This person was nice. I should probably keep up the conversation. They wanted to give it up too. So I was like, okay, hi, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, what are you doing? Like, oh, you know, buying this. Ha. Stupid conversation anyway. How's the weather? Some other random absolute garbaggio conversation where you're just like, why am I having this? Why are we wasting our effort on this? We could be doing so much more. I could be thinking about, I don't know, just like anything else, literally anything. I could be thinking about Minecraft for all that matters. I could be thinking about the schoolwork. I could be thinking about like just like jobs. Like it anything would be better. But no, yeah, sure. We'll have this conversation. Why not? You know what? I owe ya, I guess. I owe you one. So why not? We keep going for a little bit. He notices in my cart. Oh, hey, whoa, yeah. Are those on sale? And I was like, oh, yeah, well, kinda. I think there's like a limited amount. They're like just really, you know, marked down because I think they're nearing their expiration. But like, you know, I can just freeze it. So I was like, why not? Like, you know, just make conversation. Not actually like giving this guy advice on how to run his sandwich meat life. I'm not like, oh, you know what, you need to learn the rhyme and reason of the sandwich, my friend. You don't understand. You don't understand the power that I can wield with some simple sandwich cuts. Just some nice cold cuts, you know? Like you don't get it. You don't get it. I wasn't chatting this guy up like, listen, whatever you're doing, it won't cut the mustard. My friend, listen. If you think you're gonna make any sandwich on like even remotely passable to anybody in this, like you're gonna need like no one in a location is ever gonna eat your sandwiches. They're awful, you know, unless you do 625. Is that you? Oh my god, yeah, I am experiment 625. And so I'm laying out the law for him. No, I'm just telling him, you know. Yeah, oh yeah, there's like a sale, but like, you know, I could freeze it. That's great. He's like, oh, hey, say, you wouldn't mind if like, you know, do you know if there's any left? And I was like, oh, yeah, like there was a couple. I think some aren't marked down as much, but some are marked down just as much, kind of thing. Why? Yeah, I think there's probably still some left. I think it's like five aisles down that way or whatever. It's like aisle like 7. And he's like, oh, say, would you mind watching my cart real quick while I run and grab some? I don't want to lose my place. Yeah, sure, man. Sure, yeah, why not? But what am I meant to say? No, this man let me pass him in line. What am I meant to say? No, go away. So I was like, yeah, sure. Like, there's like 3 people ahead of me. This line's taking forever still. Yeah, why not? And he leaves. He heads off on his merry way on his quest for sandwich meat. 3 minutes go by. No sign. Oh, okay. Well, that's, you know, there's only really like 2 people ahead of me still. So but you know, they're getting there, and it's kind of the quick lane. I mean, one of the persons ahead of me only has like 4 items. The other person, though, they have like their full 20, and some are like produce, and you know, they're getting like price check on, you know, they're like dealing with it. I'm like, getting kind of close to the front here, man. Yeah, it's like when you're waiting for, it's like when your parent left but on steroid, because I don't even know this man. And he's just gone. He's just literally gone. And I'm there. I'm like, he's left. Why would he just be gone? Why would he go on this line? That aisle's not that far away. There's not that many choices of sandwich meat. Why is this man gone still? What did I do? Did I do something wrong? Did I offend this man? And now he's chosen to just harm me as a human being. He's chosen to absolutely ruin my life. A knot in my stomach because, oh my god. And so I'm like, I'm getting like closer. I'm getting closer and closer and closer. The next person's there. Cashier changes out though. They change out midway through. Oh, I'm gonna go on break. This new cashier, lightning fast. Gertrude is gone, my friends. The old lady who was going boop, boop, boop. Oh, that's nice. What's the? Oh, that's a nice piece of. What kind of fruit is this? That's like the one making conversation with everyone. She's gone. They brought in Lightning McQueen's like pit crew for the new operator. She was going. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! And I'm like, okay. The lines move now, so I'm now actively moving this man's cart with mine, as though like I'm in charge of this cart, and it's just coming with me. It's coming with me. I've just had to accept that. I've just had to be like, yeah, I guess this is coming now. And there's no sign. There's no sign. It gets to me. She's just, I'm like, yeah, I should say the guy, like, that cart's not mine. And she was like, huh? It's like, oh, like the other cart, like that stuff's like the guy behind me. I don't know where he went. Is he your friend? No. You just have somebody's cart? No, I didn't take it. I'm like panicking. I am panicking at this moment. I'm like, no, I didn't like take it. It's not like I yoinked it from somebody. It's not like, oh my god. And I'm like, and who comes strolling on by? Walks right, cuts in front of all these people now who've lined up. Goes, oh hey man, sorry about that. Grabs his cart. I actually just saw my wife. I'm gonna go finish grocery shopping with her. What? You just stopped and started shopping with your wife? Is that what am I to understand, sir, that you left me here in the most anxious position I've ever been in? Just what? So you're married to her. You'll see her later. You don't need to. What? Oh my god. He's like, oh yeah, she's like, and he just leaves, and he just takes his stuff. I'm like, and then I just have to leave, shell-shocked, just like, this man, somewhere's in the cheese section, I guess. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. Just decides like, that's my wife over there. Oh my god, what a crazy little coinky-dink world we live in. Apparently they don't communicate. I guess they have a failing marriage, and this man just decides now's the time to repair it. So he's gonna start shopping with his wife, who he just happens upon in the grocery store, and abandons his cart. Imagine he asks you why is, oh my god. Like, I'm like, please, why? I joined to a very loud I'm in the middle. You've come in at the moment of the crux of my story, where a man left me with his cart in a shop. Oh my god, it was the worst experience. It was like, what do you do in that situation normally? Like, I for days afterwards, I was like, did I handle that weirdly? Like, should I have not been doing it like what I did? Did I do something wrong? Like, oh my god. It asks me for marriage. Say, buddy, you don't say, like, oh my god. I'm just blown away that this guy was like, oh yeah, totally forgot that I left this guy and my car. Like, I get maybe he was a golden retriever surprised to see his human there. You know, I'd get it if he had like that size of a brain. But how do you just forget, like, see your person you see all the time, just like, Man, I totally forgot that I was here to get some deli meat, and he didn't even bring back deli meat. He did. I don't even know if he went to the deli. I don't know if he got sidetracked in like the peanut butter aisle. Like, I don't know what happened to this man. I don't know if he was sidetracked from the beginning, just torpedoed by his own wife. Maybe she saw him with me and connived to ruin my day. I don't know. But my God. L plus ratio. Imagine overheating your computer for playing Minecraft. Oh my good gracious. But anyway, it was like the moral of the story that I took away from this, by the way, is that genuinely just like the worst situation you could ever be in is and just simply the worst. Like, I don't care if it's a bank robbery. No, this is worse. This is somehow worse. You know, just having to experience the social, like the look that I got from this new cashier when I had to try to fumble over my own words to explain why I had another human being's cart. Someone totally not connected to me. She even asked, is it your friend? No. Just totally disconnected from me as a human being. Just another simian on this planet. I have his things. He loaded this cart up, and I have it. And it's way more than I'm buying. And it's like not just stuff that can sit there. It's like frozen things. It's, oh my God. Oh, it was awful. Truthfully, I don't know if I'll ever recover. But boy howdy, do I have a problem with this man now. And if I ever see him again, I'm leaving. Oh my good gracious. But yeah, so that's how my Tuesday got ruined last week. Oh my God. Ruined. Absolutely destroyed. I really do make it seem like I fumble a lot now that I think about it. I don't, I promise. Chatters, I don't fumble that much. I have some bad luck, and I'm not going to tell you about the normal times, okay? I have a lot of very normal social interactions. This just happens to not be one of them, okay? It's very different. It's very different, you know? It's not like the norm for me to experience these things. This isn't my day-to-day normally. This individual just happened to be sent from, I don't know, the 9th circle of hell to just ruin my Tuesday. Cause I guess that's what makes him happy in life. That's like his joyous place. That's his happy place, you know? That's the good place for him, is when he's absolutely ruining my day. My God. And it's bad because like people heckle you, man. Like, oh my God, the people in the line were not happy to be held up by me and my shenanigans. Like, what am I to say? Like, oh yeah, you can't check out because no one's here. No one's here for their stuff that maybe they don't want anymore, and maybe like what if he just left? Is it he's like a chat member? That's exactly what I'm saying. He wasn't. I'm saying I met Pink in real life, and that was them. That was Pink. That was Pink and Mr. Pink. They planned it from the start, you know? Oh my God. It's a solid base, I guess. I do need, I think I have enough. Do I have enough of the base terracotta that I need? I also need to get some of that stuff because I need the orange sandstone. Stuff should have cooked, but Shubbo. And gotta go. Man, Pink, you are so far behind. I feel like your stream is so delayed. Like that, it's been like 2 minutes, I think, since I said that. Oh my god. My shovel! I have a business. Okay. Okay. L. Who makes bases anymore? I just make island. You know? That's real. The real cool kids out here are making islands at this point. That's quite frankly, that's what the real cool kids do nowadays. Let me sleep. Please. Have you seen any really cool animals recently? Saw a Komodo dragon. Does that count? I mean, I've seen him a few times, but like I saw him. He was cool. I just go see him sometimes. I just go hang out with him. He's a cool guy. Not like he's behind glass. It's not like I'm not like throwing my hand over his shoulder, like just like, hey, me and this guy. That's cool. I know, right? They're great. I also watched a documentary. Have any of you ever seen, not the Planet Earth one, but the one, it's called, I think it's actually called, what's the word I'm looking for? Animals. It's narrated by like David Harbour or whatever. And it's on Netflix. It's just genuine, like, I don't know, it baffles me. It baffles me that like it's not just him though. It's like a number of different just random celebrities narrating this, like, they're just narrating this documentary about animals. It's so weird. I saw some adorable white rats at the pet store today. They were so cute, and the little hands and big eyes. Oh, I have a friend like that. I think I watched with my old roommates. Oh, well, did you like it? I think it's interesting. I don't think it's as good a quality as like Planet Earth. I feel like Planet Earth is the like bar, and I feel they did not meet it. I wanted a couple of 3 pets, but I think it would be irresponsible to have rats and cats at the same time. I mean, I have a friend who's like a vet, and they have them. I mean, mind you, they're literally a vet and like ancient, but you know, they have them. They figured it out. I don't know if the like age helps them, but I feel like it does. I feel like it must, right? Like it's gotta like factor in. It's gotta. Friends with a rat. No, I just meant like they get like whenever they get like really tired. That's actually how I know my veterinarian friend is, because they are trying to become a vet. So like they're like in their early days of schooling for that kind of thing, and then they know someone who's like become a vet. But anyway, no, like the person who's becoming it, they'll like if they're really sleepy or yeah, really sleepy, we'll say they're like really sleepy, then they'll hang on to you like with like their like hands will become these like just the ends of their fingers, and it'll be like little rat paws. They'll be like, and they'll just start informing you about like, you know, their life, and I guess like, you know, how important people are. like it's cute, but I'm like, oh my god. Grass block extractor. I don't know. I didn't name it. I don't even know where I got this thing, to be quite honest. I think Sam? Maybe Sam. Or maybe Oliver. I don't know. One of them. But I didn't actually name this. So L, no nerd, affectionate or otherwise. Aren't those normal symptoms of being really sleepy? I mean, I've never seen anybody get effectively rat paws. Like I've had people like hang on, like people will hang on to you. But there's a difference between that and like a little hand, like just the ends of their fingers holding onto you. Just like it's a little like rat paw grip. Because apparently that's how rats grapple onto things. So there's something Allie would name it. Yep. Yeah. Oh man, Ollie's great. Someday he will challenge Ed Sheeran for the throne, you know? I think that's how it works in the British Kingdom. I don't know. I feel like that's how that works, right? No? Man, just me? Just I think that? Okay. Well, fair enough. Oh, man. Nah, but also back to the D&D stuff as well. What I was gonna say is like new Ashton news, you know, big pog. So like he's like for that character or whatever, like you know, he's troubled by times. But hello, oh my god. But what's interesting is so like a little while ago he got kidnapped after he was caught in a compromising position. But anyway, so during that position though, he was kidnapped. You ever seen Sherlock Holmes, the Robert Downey Jr. movies? I think kind of that. But anyway, so ended up finding himself in a bit of a bind, and he got kidnapped. And you know, the rest of the party eventually saved him, and that happens. Well, he's kind of there was a bounty hunter sent after him, not because he actually has a bounty. Okay, so. How do I explain this? Part of Ashton's backstory is, you know, he's a little bit of, well, he's a charmer, you know, so he can get involved with people. Maybe he shouldn't. Maybe some people's marital partners. But anyway, not like he's just around, man. He was hired security, and anyway, and so there's this banker who's a little mad about that still for whatever reason. I don't know why, man. Dude needs to let it go, man. Let it go. Apparently it's a big deal to him or whatever, and he's part of one of the rich banking clans. So and we're in the Underdark, so not exactly good times for all. But yeah, but it's been like a pretty like months, like almost a year since that happened for him. Apparently he's still mad. Who would have known? And he had put out a price on his head because he's one of the heads of the bank and he can do that. And so anyway, Ashton ended up getting kidnapped out of this situation. And the party eventually rescues him, kind of thing. But I think I'm finding it like a very interesting like turning point for him. Because, you know, he's you guys know his backstory, or at least I've read it before. I don't know if you remember it. But anyway, so, like, he's had a bit of a tragic past in some ways, and he fell kind of more into giving up the life that he was maybe meant to have, instead taking up more vices, we'll say. And in doing so, he's kind of just been like, yeah, go with the flow. Not Jack Sparrow levels, but you know what I mean? Like that kind of like, yeah, life will just happen around him. You know? Make like Elsa, let it go. Oh my god. The problem with that though is, you know, lots of people want to be perceived as, you know, not caring. It's often because they really do care. Often. Not always. I mean, anyway, it's a trope. It's a trope that I find interesting, and he ended up kind of falling into. If that makes sense. Like, I understand, like, I write and work with him and stuff like that, and that's, like, how aspects of that come up. But, like, you know how, like, characters develop on you? But in working with him, it's been this interesting, like, sort of, not wake-up call, but, like, this loss of that true freedom. Like, this real, like, oh, wow, yeah, I've even, like, allowed myself to be, like, you know, captured and all these other things, and I had to be saved and, like, all this other stuff. It was looking pretty dire if he had not made friends. So, and with that, though, I think it's become a turning point for him, where what's interesting is he's now kind of obsessed, I think, with some of the old lores of like stories on what's going that he was brought up on in his training as an acolyte. And I find that to be like a really like appealing storyline to kind of pursue, because you know what I find interesting? Lots of times in D&D, you know, you'll have to, as the player, be like, okay, I want better weapons or whatever. Like, can we go find a magic item shop and try to buy stuff from there? But I don't necessarily like that idea all the time. I think it works for some characters, but at the same time, you're in this world. Like, there's gotta be the Waffle House has found its new host. Let's go. He carrying deeply. Oh my god. They yeah, he's a little, well, I don't want to say Roy Mustang in that way. That's not quite right. Standoffish in that way, but not quite otherwise. Yo, Vortex, thank you so much for the follow, dude. But what I like, in a world like that, man, like a lot of people are gonna be like, yeah, listen, I know you have, like, there's some legend somewheres, some scroll, some long forgotten whatever, some poor would-be adventurer who's died in a tomb somewheres trying to do something. Jesus, you spooked me. You came out of the woodwork with a bunch of guns. Don't do that. That's rude. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change this out. I'm gonna change, because I think, yeah, 9 attack damage versus 6. Yeah, this is actually way better to have. And that's why I forgot. That's why I made it my main weapon. Right. But anyway, I just think it's like a very interesting thing to kind of pursue, that he'd be like, yeah, you know what? I do remember. Maybe I should try to work to be like stronger again and all these other things. The trouble is, like, a lot of his trouble comes from his sort of checkered past, and the thing that he's never quite grappled with, and I personally don't even know, because I didn't want to. I told my DM, I don't want to know. I want you to know. He's not sure if he died. He's really not, because death can be treated a little meaningless in D&D, because, you know, your characters, you can just revive each other, etc. He's not sure in his backstory if he died when what happened. He knows he eventually was taken care of and woke up and was told he was nursed back to health. But in the back of his mind, he kind of wonders if he actually died. Because, I mean, the man did take a full-on lightning spear right through right through the gut, and then just absolutely have it get turned on, which is why he has the lightning scar. I forget what it's called off the top of my head. I have it written down somewhere, but, you know, it's a type of scarring that you get from electricity all over his torso. So it's like this whole thing. Long story. Long story. But anyway, so it's like this whole thing that kind of, like, mounts in that. He's not sure if he died. And I think that's an interesting thing to kind of like play on, like the mortality, because I feel like it's not looked at a lot in D&D. I don't know why. I feel like it's not always capitalized on as like an idea of like how dying, even if you did come back, like knowing you died would probably change you a little bit. Not a monster manual or whatever, like the other kind. No, I mean he's fully like a lot living. He just doesn't know if some cleric brought him back. Like, he doesn't know if it was like a cleric brought him back, or his god, whose name is like the Dreamer, decided, you know, he's not done yet, or like whatever, but like, or if he just didn't die at all. Maybe he just maybe he was just knocked unconscious. It's a little unclear. Because he woke up weeks after. Not just like a day or two, or like even a week after, like weeks. And so it's always been the scarring just was so nasty and stuff like that on him, and kind of stayed for so long and didn't really heal, that he does wonder if it was like permanent and like a true like death. Because I think that's like an interesting thing to explore in D&D, like the philosophies on death and life and all these other things. Like, we have that question all the time in real life, you know, like afterlives and stuff like that. Like, that's a question that's very, for lack of a better word, human. It's the point of a lot of different philosophies of whether or not you should or shouldn't worry about it, if there is or isn't, all these other things. And so I've always found it to be like this thing that's like, it's left out in a lot of media, and particularly in a lot of D&D, because, well, you can just revivify, or you can just like bring people back. Like, it's very high level, powerful spells, but it's a little difficult to know. So it was part of the driver for why he became, I think, so disconnected with the rest of life to some degree. Is that, you know, oh wait, no, I need to boil this, I think, right? Or can it just be made? Oh no, it can just be made. I need more. But yeah, so it's like this aspect of life that it gets overlooked in D&D a lot. So that's something that's going on in like the more player sphere of things. He's also trying to be a bit better of a team player, I think, at this point. Because also it's not fun to not play a team player. But I mean, you know, he's skilled at what he does. He's just not really like. See, what's interesting that I know I plan to do with him, I just don't know how it's gonna more naturally come up. I know, and I've talked to my DM about it. So like, and I know it'll eventually show up. I don't know how though. At a certain point, I said I don't want. It can happen anytime between level 7 and 9 because I don't want to go past 9 without multi-classing. We're very slow, by the way, about leveling up because you know it's not. Like we like staying in that like levels 5 to 12 area for a good little while. But anyway, what class assassin again? He's about no, he's a swashbuckler. He's a rogue swashbuckler, but he's done more as a musketeer rather than a like pirate. He's more musketeer rather than pirate. In terms of like his style, like he's like fencing rapier kind of thing, or well, not fencing rapier, more rapier is like different from like not Puss in Boots rapier, which is like the Spanish one, more like the French rapier. I think, right? I think it's the right thing. Yep, more French rapier. But anyway, so that's his class, but he's eventually meant to multi-class into sorcerer because he's part of an order that is like, and that's part of why I made him a high elf as well, was because I wasn't gonna be a sorcerer from the start. But the idea is to eventually multi-class because I think it's interesting to have this like idea of like these people who are found at birth who like people can tell. I mean, it's a slight. It is a rip. Originally, I was watching Star Wars, which is what led to it. Like, it's a rip in part on Jedi. Like, this idea of, like, yeah, what if there was innate magical ability, sorcerer, able to be found amongst people. And then with those people, you know, you want to train them to be great duelists first, and then they'll develop their magic as they go. So for that reason, I did High Elf so that he could have a cantrip. He only ever learned one cantrip as, like, something that, like, shows that he did have sorcerer blood. Or some sort of innate magical capabilities, but he's sealed off from it almost entirely at this point. So, but eventually, at some point in the next couple levels, my DM will hopefully come up with something that eventually triggers as to why he will move more magical. Because I just really like the idea of like that of mixing. I've done a lot of full casters, and I've done like a lot of full melee and stuff like that. So like I've done those lines. So I think it's interesting to try some multi-classing, you know? But no, you're not wrong to think he's very bard-like. He's very bard-like. I also didn't want to go for like the most overpowered like multi-class. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't like, oh yeah, time to absolutely find the most powerful like mix of fighting and sorcery. So and I didn't want that, but I like the idea of like, for instance, with spells like Booming Blade or whatever, like that he could use meta magic to quicken spell, and because that seems right? Like you'd have some people who train sorcerers to become great duelists because they could just like apply spells to their blade and just keep going like that. And there's types of warlocks that do that, but obviously, like I think Bladesinger and stuff like that, and even types of wizards, but I think that's what I meant. I meant Bladesinger wizard. But anyway, I just think it's interesting. I think it's like an interesting way to go. That like, you know, there's this like innateness to the magic. Because sorcery is different from, if for those who don't know, in D&D, sorcery is different from wizards because sorcerers inherently have the magic. It's either part of their bloodline or a curse, or like it's something about them as a humanoid. Like as a person, they have magic cores. Versus the idea of like a wizard who learns and studies it. Wizards just kind of like get it over time, kind of thing, and that can happen for a range of reasons. Like I think there is a type of like divine-esque type sorcerer that's like, I think, sorcerer of the sun or something, and that's more in the vein of like, oh, his magic comes from like a god blessed his family bloodline. There's draconic ones, which could be like, you know, somewhere in your family lineage there's draconian blood, and all these other things. So I just think it built different. No, but I think if you had a world like that, it'd be like, what if we trained from birth these people to be very good swordsmen? Because I think that'd be interesting. And he serves the Dreamer, who's like the goddess of the elves, specific in this world at least, and specifically because elves in my DM's world, for lack of a better word, I'll believe. In the idea of like, you know, they come into existence from the dreams of a being, like a being dreams them into existence, and dreams create reality. And it's this really meta thing and all this other stuff that I won't get too deep into. But yeah, it's like an interesting take on, because like in the D&D universe, there's like, unless it's a world specifically made for it, I mean, an atheist in the D&D universe is just kind of like wrong. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, you can be anti-god, you can be like, oh, I don't think they should be seen so lofty, but the idea, like no one can deny their existence unless the world's designed to be that way, because otherwise D&D's designed that, like, gods exist and they can do things, and you know they can do things. Like, you can't deny it. If you see, like, a cleric literally summon, like, a giant ethereal weapon based on how much they pray to their god, you're like, oh, yeah, fair enough. Or, like, heal somebody from death, or, like, all these other things. Like, yeah, all right. Fair ball. There's no disputing it. There's no like, no. It's just whether or not you maybe feel like, you could maybe argue that like, oh, you're a character who feels scorned by them or don't feel that they should have a say in your destiny, or all these other things depending on the world and all this. I think it's interesting to get creative in that way with stuff like that. It's the same way that like DMing, you should get creative with like what you want to like do. For instance, you should try, anytime you're calling for like roles, in my opinion, you should try everything, making sure everything has like a dramatic reason for existing. And if it doesn't, don't bother with the role. Like, not everything needs a role. And I think that's a big thing that should be reiterated more in D&D, is that you don't gotta roll for everything. And so like I think Matthew Colville actually at one point talked about this, and he had a really good point where it was like, you know, let's say your characters, your players are trying to open a door. I mean, I undeniably exist. There's people who don't believe in me. Oh my god. But for the sake of like rolling and stuff like that, like when to make a character roll, like it can be hard to know as a newer DM and stuff like that. And in story over mechanics, well, yeah, in part story over mechanics, but even beyond that, it's like I want to kick down the door. You could find yo, magician dude, what's up, man? Fun comes first, certainly, but like let's say they're like at a door, you can just say like, yeah, you kick down the door. Like you don't need to make them roll to kick down the door, unless you could, like, because normally it's like, okay, if they succeed, maybe they get like a surprise round on whoever, on the monsters on the other side, but like if they fail, like they just don't succeed in kicking down the door. It just kind of like undercuts your story, and then they're stuck at a door, and that can be funny at times, but like all in all, it can really hamper your story at times, in my opinion. But there is a way you could make it roll. Like maybe you're at the door and you're like, okay, if they succeed, then they're gonna kick it down, and yeah, they're gonna get a surprise round. That's dramatic. They get the jump on the people. They kick it down. It's really surprising to the monsters, and they get a surprise round, which is an actual in-game thing that can occur, and it's a benefit to them. So there's a reason to make them roll. And if they fail, instead of having it just be like, oh, you don't kick down the door, and they're alerted to it, you could make it dramatic and instead have it be like, because you failed, like before your foot even connects, like the monsters on the other side heard you guys talking, or heard you coming, and before your foot even connects with the door, they open the door as your foot coming in, so you kind of like shuffle forward a bit accidentally, and they get the surprise round on you. Or your foot, you do get the door open, but your foot gets stuck in it, and you're now grappled by the door, so you got to both remove your foot from the hole in the door you made and deal with the monsters who are there. So it'll be like a round to get your foot out kind of thing, but like, so it's like little things like that. Like only then would you really bother with the roll, because you're trying to make something more dramatic. But if you're not doing something to serve story, or even dramatic, and I don't even want to call it story, because some people don't like playing with a lot of story. If you're not doing something to serve dramatic flair, then maybe reconsider if you need to bother roll. And if you don't think of anything on the spot, like those two options, if you didn't, let's say, think of those two as things to do on the spot of like, oh, or if they fail, this will happen, and if they don't, this will happen. Because you don't know what everything's gonna happen. So if you don't think of that, then just don't have people roll. It's okay to not make people roll. Or if you give your players a lot of insane magic items, it's okay to not follow the specific chart they gave. Or like curb, grade on a curb, you know? Like, oh, I've given them a lot of items. A medium is no longer, like a medium challenge for them is no longer 15. A medium challenge is 20. Because that would be considered mediumly challenging for them because of how powerful you've helped them to become, or they've become. And D&D as well, also, it should be remembered, at high level, beyond, and honestly, anything even beyond 12, but let's be generous and say level 14, it's near impossible to bounce. You're just, like, at a point where, especially because a lot of it, and a lot of problems with game development for D&D as of late, has been they'll just develop, like, big hit point sacks, and that's not really fun. You want a fight to be, like, interesting. Like, 4th edition had this really interesting aspect to it where it made you feel heroic, because later on, you wouldn't use regular goblin stats if you wanted goblins to be like the minions of somebody. You would use something called minion stats, which are little yellow people. No, I'm kidding. But no, minion stats were 1 hit point, 1 AC, or 1 hit point regular AC kind of thing. So whatever the iteration is, but 1 hit point or a lowered version of its AC. So you're now cleaving through them easy as butter because you're now like a level 9. You don't have to worry about how hard it is to fight goblins, but you don't have to worry about like a bad dice roll where you only roll like 1 hit point. You know what I mean? Pink gaming socks roll and throw me at the guards. Oh my god. The vibes of the thing also matter. Personally, I sometimes like making my players roll for stupid things. The results are usually great. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's absolutely to everybody's discretion. Like, don't let people tell you you're having fun wrong. Your fun is wrong. A lot of people online will tell you that. If you're having fun with it, that's the important thing. My point is that just like a lot of people, especially like newer people to D&D and stuff like that, maybe aren't as comfortable with like, or either one, don't know when to ask for a roll, or two, like aren't comfortable not getting the roll because they're like, oh, I guess that's how everything in D&D has to work. But you don't have to. You can just let things happen sometimes, and that can be just as cool and just as fun. My first D&D game, I tried to eavesdrop on some goblins in a farmhouse, but I failed the roll and bonked my head on the door instead, alerting them to my party's presence. Yeah, see, stuff like that. It has a dramatic success or a dramatic failure. And my opinion is if you can't come up with one, like, and when I say dramatic, it doesn't mean it has to be like the most dramatic thing of all time. I just mean it adds something of drama and note to like what you're doing. So even if there's failure, there's still something that happens. Because just you try and fail and nothing happened. Like, okay, now what? Can Jim try? Can Susie try? Like now what? Do we just go down the line all trying the door? Like you know, like you can fall into that trap unknowingly because you just don't realize. Like, oh yeah, I guess if nothing happens, we're just here still, and I guess the next person goes, okay, can I try? And you just end up rolling until somebody gets it. Because like inevitably, like I mean, obviously sometimes it's like, oh, you tried to roll but that's the thing, it's dramatic if it's like you can't do it again. But a door is a situation where if you don't have a dramatic failure, it's just kind of silly to sit there. In the Goblin Punks, I think they did Discord the other day. I really liked the roll mechanic of that one, where though it was complete success with DM's chosen drawback, and failure with player chosen drawback. Ooh. But those minions only follow the most evil person in the world. Oh my god, except for the 40s where they had to. Well, listen, they were busy. They were busy. Also, I don't think it is genuine propaganda. Genuine propaganda that they said that and then had the minions work for the first Napoleon. That is propaganda, man. What do you mean he's the most evil man in the world? He's not, like, most people don't even, he's still a beloved figure in some countries. He is not considered evil. That is genuine propaganda. I don't know why the minions did that, and I kind of hate it. They did work for it. Yeah, I know. I was like, what? Why is he evil? Oh no, this man who like upheld not all, but some of the democratic rights of the Republic of France and fought against the banks and royal families of Europe. What a horrible person. Oh my god, I'm glorifying him to a degree. There's a lot of problems to be had with Napoleon, but not more so than any other like royalty of the time. written by the victors, but it's not. It's not even. Bonapartism is still deeply strong. The Napoleonic Code is the legal basis for more than, I think it's literally half of Europe, including the European Union, including Quebec in Canada, most places in the, oh my god, there's stuff. Yo, Amelia, thank you so much for the follow. It's still like a major part of the world. His influence is not like considered an evil thing. How awful, how dare. I know, right? Oh my god. The banks and the royal families didn't like, gee whiz, the aristocracy and the banks didn't like Napoleon. What an evil man. Most of the people loved him. The only place that matters, I actually don't know. Louisiana did for a while. I don't know if they still do. I don't think they do. I think they changed up eventually. But they did for a while. Until Napoleon, like, he sold Louisiana to the US. Like, he's the one who we did the Louisiana Purchase with. Like, why is this man evil to them? Like, why did they decide he's evil? Good enough for me. Well, of course I didn't like him. He's simple, like, for the longest time, he's simple. Like, any place he went, he installed the Napoleonic Code, which was a lot of the ideals of the revolution. The idea that people are citizens and not subjects. Like, that, like, that's, even though he eventually, like, that's why, like, Beethoven loved this man up until he declared himself emperor. Fun fact, if you'll ever look at the third symphony Beethoven wrote, it was dedicated to Napoleon Bonaparte. But if you look at it now, his name's angrily blotted out because Beethoven famously said he has now reduced himself to little more than a common king because he named himself emperor. Prior to that, he was consul, and it was the Republic of France, and it was like this real Roman revivalism, and Beethoven was all for it. But Ludwig von Beethoven, you know, the ba-ba-ba-ba guy, you know, for release, all that stuff. Yeah, he was a big fan. He was like, yeah. Every new pet I get is a new son. Baby mushroom lad. Oh my god. Well, I wouldn't say all the way. That's the thing. I would hesitate to say he's a great guy, because a lot of the things he ended up walking back from the revolution, a bit of a problem. You know, bit of a problem. Also happened to refuse women citizenship. He was also like, yeah, no. Like there's a lot of things he did bad. Do not get me wrong. He was not necessarily a good person. He's a very problematic dictator. Like he was a dictator in the end. He's just also happened to, you know, be better than, in my opinion, most royalty that already existed. So it's like better than everybody else. So when are we getting consulate Napoleon VII? L. Je suis l'empereur. Oh my god. 1/3 of the way. That's more fair. Yeah, you know what? That's like a more reasonable amount to be in favor. I'm in favor of 1/3 of Napoleon. Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, it's just D&D is this like interesting thing where I find like, because there's so many ways to play. As I said like earlier, like the oldest way to play, where you'll meet a lot of people who are older who play D&D, they're more familiar with like, you're just dropped in front of a dungeon and then you just do a dungeon crawl where it's like, oh, there's just puzzles and traps to figure out and riddles, and things can typically kill you in like one go. Like a lot of things in Gary Gygax, who like invented D&D's time, were like one roll kills. Like, sucks, but like people weren't attached to their character. Like and I'd say critical, and that's my point, Critical Role really changed that, where even though like a lot of people might not want to give it credit, but like it did, it put the emphasis on story, on you making a character with a personal connection to that character, like where you're like, yeah, I developed this character and made a backstory with all these like cool details. And that wasn't like not in D&D, but it's become, it had been becoming, since 3rd edition, it'd been becoming more relevant. But I think for all the new players, because they came in off that style, not 100% from Critical Role, but a lot of new players came in off of them, you see it be more of the norm. How do you make an OC and not get attacked? Most people just, they didn't really care. There was no backstory portion to to the 1st edition characters. You didn't make backstories. You'd say, this is my elf, literally Melf was one of Gary Gygax. Gary Gygax, one of his characters was one of his friends' characters at his table was named Melf, who was the male elf. His name's just Melf. And there are still spells named after this character to this day. Same with Gary Gygax's own character was Mordenkainen. So if you've ever seen like Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, that's one of Gary Gygax. That's Gary Gygax's character. And the same with his other friends, because it was originally just him and his friends making a thing. And his other friends' characters like Bigby, you still have Bigby's hand, or Leomund. You have Leomund's tiny hut, Mordenkainen's mansion. These are all things that they just invented. With too many backstories. There's a joke there. Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, ultimately the thing that's just interesting is just like D&D isn't always this like really intense yeah, okay, that's gonna build it that way. I need way more white terracotta. The thing that's interesting is that like for those people very early on, like yeah, your character would just die all the time. Gruesomely often. Not recoverable. Like, and that's why, like, for instance, that's why there's the 10-foot pole. The 10-foot pole that you can get from the equipment manual, that's because it was used for checking for traps. You'd just be tapping the floor in front of you with a 10-foot pole. It was like all those equipment things, like mirrors and stuff like that. That was for the types of traps and riddles that would exist in the very first editions. Like the first edition, it's not even called first edition. It's the version that existed in 1974 before what is technically the second edition, which we now call first edition D&D. Like, it's not the most. It's the oldest of the old is why that stuff exists. I'm back. Welcome back, Warbland. We're talking about D&D. So yeah, there's some people like that is for a lot of the like older generation. That's the type of D&D they started with, and I think there's a cool like midpoint you can get there because like, I think that kind of stuff lets you try out a lot more. Like you know, you could try. I mean, a lot of people also used to take, and that still happens in the Adventure League, I think is what it's called, which is you know you just take your character table to table like. You do an adventure with a group of people, and then you carry on with your character. You don't stay as a party. You're not like a constant, like every day you play, kind of, or every week you play, or month, or whatever. You're like you make your character, and that character will just be with you. And even if he died in that adventure, you just say you didn't, and then you use him in another one. Made clay avatars for themselves to play first edition D&D. Oh my god. It was wet. I mean, don't worry. I would personally hate to play Gary Gygax's D&D. I would not enjoy it. There's I forget the name of it. It's like Tomb of something, but not Annihilation, but I think Tomb of Horrors maybe. It's like one of the oldest dungeons he's ever made. It's awful. I would hate it. It's so much trial and error, with death being the error. Like if you like mess up, death. For so many, just one roll, you're dead. But it's what they did. It was more like video game testing kind of thing. It was more like early days of like I mean pretty pre-video game kind of thing, like more so than anything else. So it was this whole thing of figuring that kind of a way out. But instead of like, you know, nowadays where it's more like, oh, this is for me, Ashton, and he has this backstory with elaborate like NPC characters to meet and other things, or maybe not meet, or like maybe or my favorite thing about it, by the way, is which I think is the point that you know you've kind of sort of grown as a D&D character or D&D player in my opinion, is when you're, but you can't just throw this at people. You have to, like, there has to be a trust between a DM and whatnot. Is that you, one, leave some blanks in your backstory that you don't get to know, and two, that you accept that some things are different. Like for instance, I had a character who had a lot of issues with his family, and my DM played the family very different. Played the family different from how I imagined them. And it was a lot more like, yeah, you can understand how like growing up maybe you like this was a lot, but like they're not necessarily like villainous people. They're just maybe they were a bit neglectful as parents, but they weren't like awful. Like they weren't like wicked stepmother evil. Even if that's how maybe Barradin remembered them. Like that's how he thought of them. Or stuff like that. I wonder if D&D is the origin. I want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. No, I don't think so. Praise or something like that was 1848 or 43. Ooh, my favorite subject. Me, who said that I was trying to binge Critical Role ages ago, and I still trying, but thing is so long going to make a while. No, fair enough. Hey, the new season of their TV show is actually out on the 20th, I think. Season 2. Pretty excited for that. The one thing I'm not, I mean, that Velma show's bad, man. Oh my god. I don't even mean, like, I don't mean it in, like, the hate whatever way that, like, I'm sure some people are. I just genuinely mean it's, like, a bad show. It's like, poorly made. Scooby-Doo's not even in it. Like, oh my god. It's really weird and bad, and, like, it's just so poorly written. It's just unfunny and bad, man. It's so bad. I'm blown away that it, like, I'm actually surprised you're still live. I'm normally live around here. Yeah, it's normally like 15 or so minutes from now that I end up. Or do you just mean you're surprised I'm alive? Like, as a person, you just are surprised that I've managed to continue living on this planet? Because I mean, like, valid, but like, ouch. You know? You know what? I deserve this. I deserve this. Yes, yes. But is there hay? Do I have any hay? Do I? I don't think I have enough to make hay. No, I don't. Ah, rip. Breach King. Oh, about the Velma show. Man, it's just bad. I think it just fundamentally misunderstands the characters. Not even I don't even think that. It just does fundamentally misunderstand the characters. Fred takes a kid's leg off, like with blood, and with like by throwing like a paper cutter, like one of those big like slam down cutters for paper. And like, oh my god, yeah, like it's bad. It is not good. Shaggy's not called Shaggy, he's just called Norville. And oh my god, like I don't know who it's for. Like one of the jokes in the episodes is the fact that two lesbian cops are in a cop car together and both shoot an unarmed kid repeatedly. And that's somehow a joke. Like, I'm not sure what the joke is. I genuinely, I don't know what the joke's meant to be. I don't know if it's meant to be anti-left humor of like, haha, they would get away with it. Where's, I don't know, BLM's anger about this? Or if it's meant to be, haha, leftist nudge, aren't cops awful? Like it's, I don't get it. It's genuinely bad. Jacked with that show, I wouldn't touch. Yeah, genuinely don't touch it. Like, don't even hate watch it. Just nothing. Just don't touch it. It's bad. Scooby's not even in the show. Norville's whole thing is that he's constantly joking about how he doesn't like partake in any sort of substance. Anyway, I have no intention to watch it. I don't think it's worth hate watching. Yeah, no, don't. Yeah, it's not. I'll put it this way. It is the first show ever to unseat the Dragon Ball live action movie in how bad its rating is on IMDb. It beat out Dragon Ball. If you've never heard of the live action Dragon Ball movie, it is famous for how bad it is. That it made it. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of Mindy Kaling, who's like the person who's created it. It's sort of a vanity project, in my opinion, because they've clearly just remade Velma to be themselves, and they voice Velma. Like it doesn't feel like Velma. She's not like clever in any way. Anyway, it's just she's like weirdly like mean and snarky. And I don't know. It's a very weird show. Just spook us for trying to. Oh my god. Yeah, so it's the first person. I mean, the creator is like a terrible person. Oh yeah, absolutely. Also, if you want another reason to hate it, the creator is also very, very pro J.K. Rowling. Basically, he's like very vocally. Yeah, no, she's done nothing wrong. Everybody should still love her, and everybody's whack, and yada yada yada. So yeah, she's also like a turf and a bunch of others. So like, she's just an awful person. I like she like that alone turns you off the show probably, but like beyond that, it's just also a bad show. the fact it was made. Yeah. Yeah, she is anti 94%. It's true. It's true. Between views and hate views. Oh, absolutely. Yo, Butthead 22 or 2022 1989. Yo, thank you so much for the follow, dude. But no, she act like actively. It is. Do not hate watch it. Cause I'll actually. It got a second season apparently, but I don't know if that's true. I should say a lot of people will tell you might see that online that it's already confirmed for a second season. Doesn't mean it's actually gonna come out. I'm not gonna lie, like that doesn't mean it's gonna come out. Lots of things get second seasons. Yo, hello, buddy. I'm good, man. How are you? Hopefully you're having a good week. Hopefully life's been treating you well. What did it came out? It could be. I saw Peaky Blinders. Oh yeah, the no hate watching. But yeah, it's like weirdly already confirmed for a second season or whatever. But I personally don't think it's gonna happen. Like just honestly. Lots of things like that's a trick normally to like very early on you'll see a confirmation of a season 2 just to drum up further viewing, like, oh wow, it's already confirmed for a season 2, it must be pretty good. That's a classic move. I mean, i.e. like they've said there was gonna be 5 of those Fantastic Beasts movies. It's done, it's dead in the water. The other 2 aren't being made because the third one, regrettably, like in some ways regrettably, because I mean, anyway, it's a complicated thing as to why it's regrettable. It's not regrettable because I think it's a deserved slap in the face to known awful human J.K. Rowling. But beyond that, it's sad because of some other things. But I digress. I don't really want to get into it. Is 100% dead? Oh yeah, no, they're not making the other 2. Warner Brothers can't finance the other 2, man, at this point. But beyond that, yeah, no, they've just said we're done. That's it. It's a trilogy now. Nothing more. That doesn't mean like, I mean, again, and anything can happen in Hollywood, but like they've said, like, yeah, it's done. Yeah, they've just like they shouldn't have claimed they were making 5 movies to begin with. It's been progressively doing worse and worse. It's just anyway. It's just bad selfie insert. Which one, Fantastic Beasts or the Velma one? The Velma one, yes, it absolutely is. The Fantastic Beast one really does show what's her face can't for the life of her write a screenplay, much to her own chagrin. I mean, she clearly like can't. There's a reason they had like those books had to be adapted for screenplay. Lots of people feel, by the way, that like, oh, writing a book and a screenplay must be something. No, they're not. They're very different writing skills. They're very different, and it's a little I don't know, full of yourself to think that like they just translate. I don't like not. That's not saying one way or the other. Anyway, I digress. But makes fun of Fred being. Yep, absolutely. It's super infantilizing. Oh, 100%. In the way it came out, a lot of people probably hate watching Defeating the Point. Oh, absolutely. Hearts around me. Vash this day. Oh my god. She also can't write books. I mean that's also true, but I mean don't like. To no one's credit, it's fair to say there's a combination of awful and decent world building in it, in the sense that it's memorable world building, awfully executed in my opinion. But I digress. I don't want to give it praise in any slight form, like even in the forms that it has. But anyway, it's just this whole little wild thing where I'm baffled that the Velma show got made. I'm baffled it got greenlit. That's what I say about it. I mean, that's the thing. It's like a funny. I think Brendan Lee Mulligan actually said it, where he was like, I mean, like it's instantly iconic. You all like you remember everything about it. It's just all nonsense when you look into it. Because yeah, like any society where you can teleport instantly and mails delivered by nature's slowest bird is just animal cruelty. It's just like, it's not like, that is not good that you would do that. And then if your argument's like, oh, nobody can apparate into Hogwarts, I mean, why are you setting the laws of the world by the school? That doesn't make sense either. Like, oh my god. Talking about it, I'm like, please stop. Oh my god, yeah. People, yeah, you can teleport instantly. You're like, no, the nature's slowest bird must deliver our mail. Like, why? And it's oh my god, it's inane. It's inane in so many ways. A lot of the world building that I thought was made by kids just normal British stuff. I mean, that is fair too. A lot of people don't realize how much is actual just British stuff. And that's my point. It's good in the way that it's memorable, not good in the way that it's like lots of it's one, horrible, but two, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't stand up to scrutiny. It becomes nonsensical. Because again, don't set your laws by a school. That also makes no sense. But yeah, I digress. I don't really want to get into that. It's a whole big mess. The more important thing is that, yeah, like, the Velma show, I don't know who it's made for. Because it feels like it's at times too left to appeal to the far right, but it's certainly too far right to appeal to anybody on the left. Who normally is appealed to by Scooby-Doo. Also, Shaggy and Scooby are what make people like Scooby-Doo. Listen, the other characters are great. Fred, Velma, and Daphne are great characters. People watch for Scooby and Shaggy. That's why that's why the shows are watched. Exposed to British stuff by my father. Oh. So like I shrugged it off a lot. Oh, interesting. Oh my good gracious. But yeah, anyway, I digress. You know what? Here, we should probably just end up because I feel like we're just gonna get into negative topics, and I don't want to end this on a negative note. You know that? I think this has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed being back on Ascendcraft. We did some mining, we did some building, we connected this little bridge, we did that, we visited our little neighbor. It's been a really fun time, you know? This is why Richard Shaggy as a whole. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god. I hope you all do have a wonderful week going forward. I hope you don't have to hear about anything negative about anything. I hope life's just good and pog and great. And you know what? Beyond that, I've had a lot of fun. I think this has been a great little return. I don't know. I'll probably be still more hardcore world than I will be Ascendcraft, but it's nice to pop in and out. I feel like what I should be doing is making this a bit of a a YouTube series. That's what I really should do. It's what I originally intended to do. But speaking of, the first ever Let's Play for the YouTube channel will drop this Wednesday. That's right. The first. Oh my god. Let's see. It's Santa, my magician. But yeah, so the very first one ever YouTube series. Yes, that will happen. It's a Let's Play, exactly, which has been very weird because like it feels like I should be editing it more, but then I'm like, but Let's Play is really just you record and then like cut very minimal and then just upload. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be good. It's a little weird at times. I'm toying with some ideas. Regardless, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you next stream. Budget! Bye, budget! Bye, budget! Bye! Budget!